Leo Peter, Odira Manzi. Remember that? Hunchback? I don't remember any of this. Alright. This up. Right, I think that should have done the trick. Are we live? Alright, send that message. Are we live? Are we live?
Hold on, it's not giving me any... Oh, there's the indication. Yep, we're good.
Okay, awesome. I was worried for a second when you didn't say anything. I was like,
Hey there, Mal.
what are we still waiting for? Okay.
Yeah, I just got the Discord ping.
No, you're good, man. It's all good. I was making sure that we were all good for the stream. Alright, switch to that.
They're all rolling in.
Rolling. Okay, let's get down to business.
To defeat
The puns.
Very good.
Hello, everybody. Welcome to another For Honor Friday. This is going to be an interesting stream, I'm sure, because I'm pretty sure that a lot of the commentary is going to be about the new reveal and the stuff from the Warriors Den and what I think about it. I'll tell you what I think, guys. I'll tell you what I think. So here's the thing, guys. I know that a lot of people are upset. I get it. I know that a lot of people are upset with the dodge attack changes and the Lawbringer rework not being very good. Like, I get it, okay? I totally understand. I'm not exactly happy about the dodge attack changes either. I'm not going to sit here and pretend like it's all good. But I don't like this attitude that everyone has of just saying like, oh, game dead as a result, game dead and bad now. I'm like, come on, I don't think it's dead because, first of all, the only way this kills the game is if dodge attacks are the only thing everyone's capable of doing.
It's the only thing I'm capable of doing.
Like, well, you would say that, Lark. But the way I look at it is, all this is going to do is for a little while, it's going to piss off the community, because everyone who dodge attacks all the time is going to be mad that their dodge attacks are more easily punished and punished more readily. And then people are going to adjust their play style but still rage for a while, and eventually Ubisoft is going to get the message, oh, we made a mistake, and they'll probably roll it back. They've done that before. They've made mistakes and rolled it back after a few weeks. Think about the Conqueror rework. The Conqueror rework came out, it was way too strong, everyone said so, and I think within a few weeks it was pulled back. So I don't see this as a super big deal. Am I disappointed in it? Absolutely. But I'll tell you what's more disappointing than anything. More disappointing than that change for me is the way people react to it. Because I'll be real honest, if all we do is sit around moaning and bitching about how the game is dead because of one change that at the end of the day is bad but not game breaking, that makes everyone look like petulant children, and that's just disheartening. I don't like everything that's being done, but I'm not going to cry about it either. And as for the Lawbringer rework, people seem to keep forgetting that this is regular for Ubisoft. Think about the Shinobi rework and the Conqueror rework. When they were thrown out in the testing grounds, they gave them everything in the kitchen sink. They just threw everything at the wall, basically saying, we're going to give these characters a bit of everything, and y'all tell us what you like and don't like. So, do I think that the Lawbringer rework has way too much? Hell yeah, it has way too much. Like, it's way too strong. But they're probably going to walk it back. Like, I genuinely think what's going to happen is people are going to try it, and the vast majority of people are going to say, hey, some of this stuff is cool, but a lot of this doesn't need to be added. Like, maybe the double lights, that's okay. Maybe the hyper armor, that's okay. Maybe the faster unblockables, that's okay. But I don't see this turning into... I don't think... Look, if everyone's reacting the same way to Lawbringer, I have a pretty good feeling that if we all go to Reddit or go to the poll and say what we think, they will listen. Like they gain nothing by lying. That's something that I find interesting. People who say like, oh well, they could lie and just push what they want anyway. My question there is, and this is a genuine question because I'm not being sarcastic. I'm not being mocking. I'm genuinely curious. What do they gain from misleading the community? Oh crap.
Yep. Let's see. Oh, and Louise Philippe asks, Judica, Causam, Tuam. They basically want to know what the title means.
The title it's actually, hold on, let me deal with this guy. He's very irritating.
Wait just a moment.
Okay, he killed me. I didn't think I was gonna beat him. But anyway, so what it means, it's reference to Psalm 74. It basically means, arise, O Lord, defend your causes. And it is actually the motto of the Spanish Inquisition. So because we're getting an Inquisition hero skin, I thought it'd be fitting. Run away, Orochi, it's what you're good at. Crap. Help me, Lawbringer.
Aaron's in chat. Hey there, Vlad. The Inquisition, what a show. The Inquisition, here we go. You know you're wishing that we'd go away.
That the Inquisition's here and it's here to stay. Yeah, we know that song.
Well, the guys referenced it, and I said, "Oh, I'm not letting that opportunity go to waste." Death Gear, if you ever watch Mel Brooks' History of the World Part 1, he does a musical number on the Spanish Inquisition, and it's probably my favorite part of the movie.
But yeah, so back to what I was saying before all that hit the fan. I'm going to say this about the new year and all that it's had to say. You want to know what I'm more upset about than anything? More than like the reworks and stuff like that? It bothers me the way this Inquisition lore has been set up. That annoys me a little bit. The Inquisition lore feels a little weird to me. Oh, crap, I keep falling for these same moves.
Let's see. Hey Raven, was there a rework for Peacekeeper?
No, there was no rework for Peacekeeper. There was no rework that I saw for PK. Hold on. Yeah, patty cake, dude. Patty cake. Let's go. Let's go. Yeah. Yeah. Here we go. Patty cake. Let's go. We gotta keep going. Come on. Go faster. Go faster. Yeah. Here we go. Here we go. Come on, man. Here we go. Come on. Come on. We can do it.
Live from For Honor, patty cake. When will you add a spot on your Discord for people to post their fan stories? Don't we have like share your media? We have
no, share your media is for like anything you find online that you want to share.
There's self-promotion, share your art, share your music. You can put it in there probably. We can make a specific channel for it though. Hey Raven and Lark, if you had one wish, what would you wish for? Peace on earth and goodwill towards men? I don't know. It's like, are there any limitations to this wish? Hey Raven, will you do a series on Legend hero skins? Like hero skin plus your For Honor's Legends?
Maybe. That'd be kind of interesting.
Well, I mean, this new one definitely opens the door to talk about the Spanish Inquisition.
Well, yeah, I mean, I'm definitely going to talk about the Spanish Inquisition. Like, I'm going to do a whole video on just what the Spanish Inquisition was and the misconceptions about it, because I think that there are a lot of misconceptions about the Spanish Inquisition. And I want to talk about that because I think people really do misunderstand it. Not that it's their fault, you know, like...
Yeah, the Spanish Inquisition didn't have the best PR.
Nah, it really didn't. It needed some... And not that they didn't do anything wrong either. They did some stuff wrong for sure, but I think they get a bad rep.
Then again, pretty much everybody historically gets a bad rep these days. It's like, how dare you not have the exact same moral compass as me right now? It's like, okay. Is the wish like a genius? Oh, Frankie DeBella just dropped $2 saying, "Hey Raven, was there a rework of the Peacekeeper?" Okay, you missed it when we said it previously. No, we have not seen one yet. So
no, there is no rework of PK.
But thanks for the super chat, though, dude.
Thank you for the super chat, but there is no rework of PK that we saw. The only big rework that we saw that has to do with PK is dodge attack changes to all characters. Vikings have pretty good pre-order, and that's weird because if I had to pick one faction out of all of them that has a pretty reprehensible record, it's the Vikings. Like
Yeah.
the Vikings, it's hard to defend a lot of the stuff they did.
I mean, impressive navigators, great merchants, but also, you know, they did do the pillage, the plundering, and the graping. Standard for the time, I know, but it's kind of weird how it's like they'll slander knights and samurai for doing some risque things back in the day. It's like, okay, Vikings, some people just give them a pass. I'm like, why? Why are you, like, what's the double standard here?
I like this execution with this emote. That effect is pretty awesome.
Me no like.
Hey. And now we go back to patty cake.
Kensei Kaiser, after an era of silence, I have returned.
But yeah, it's really funny. But I think that's my biggest problem. They're making the Knights the bad guys again. When they said at the beginning, what they said in the Warriors Den is that each season this year is going to have to do with some kind of injustice. And in this season, and each season is going to deal with a different faction in that injustice. In this season, it was the Knights. So I thought, oh, are the Knights going to be suffering something? Are the Knights going to be suffering under something? And that's going to be the story. No, it turns out that the Knights are the ones suffering. The Knights are the ones causing the suffering. Because they're basically saying that the Inquisition is a Knight thing, you know? Horko started it, and then you might think, well, what about the cult? Maybe the people suffering because of the cults are Knights. They don't talk about who's suffering under the cults. They just talk about all the pain and damnation caused by the war between the cults and the Inquisition. And you've got one Inquisitor, Yen Chen, who's trying to fix the problem. She's trying to undo all the issues. So I'm kind of like, so the Knights are once again the instigators? Why are the Knights always the bad guys? Why are the Knights always the villains?
We got the best drip.
I mean, it bothers me because it's once again like the Inquisition's evil, the Knights are evil.
So, I'm like, can we have an original thought, please?
Yeah, can we try something original for a change? Kind of used to this nonsense at this point.
Worst thing about the Vikings is that they're Swedes. What about the Danes and the Norwegians?
The Knights.
Do they not count?
God, I hate Pyro. That skin got me acting on why. I agree, it's slanderous. It is a good skin. I really like that skin. It's probably the best they've had since Maiko. I'll be real honest. Then again, Raven, we all did evil stuff. I didn't. I was a good boy.
Vlad did nothing wrong.
Vlad did nothing wrong. Vlad did nothing wrong. Well, historically speaking, did the Knights do evil things? Did the Knights do evil things? Yes. Some Knights did really bad things, but people seem to come to this conclusion that Knights are evil in principle because of the Crusades, and that is not true. If you compare the actions of the Crusaders with the actions of the jihadists, I would actually argue that it comes out very much against the jihadists in this debate. Like, literally, Lorik, I remember you doing this. Someone was talking about how bad the Crusades were, and you decided to troll them, so you walk in, oh man, just thinking about it drives me crazy, you know? There was rape, there was pillaging, there was murder, there was slave trade, there was child fornication, there was these awful things, and they're like, oh my gosh, I can't believe the Crusaders did all that. And you stopped and said, Crusaders? No, that was the jihadists. And you blew their mind.
Yeah, they don't like me bringing up Baibar.
No one likes you bringing up Baibar. It suddenly makes them look really bad.
Well, then again, nobody liked Baibar, not even the other Muslims.
Yeah, even other Muslims didn't like Baibars. But it's one of the things that I find so interesting, and I want to point this out, I want to do a whole video talking about this, but I know I'll get attacked for it. There was actually a Muslim historian who wrote to Salah ad-Din, pointing out one thing that amazes me about the Crusaders is whenever they take a city or take a town, they never leave with loot or slaves or women. And it blew his mind, because the way the jihadis fought at the time is they usually showed their victory through material gain, through the taking of slaves, loot, plunder, stuff like that. That was how they showed their victory, by taking these things. The Crusaders couldn't. Not only because it was against the just war ideal, but also because they couldn't afford to. They're far away from home, on limited resources. They can't afford to take care of slaves or carry heavy loot everywhere they go. So they couldn't afford to. So it blew a lot of the Muslims' mind in the time, saying like, how can they take these victories and not walk away with anything? They thought that was very interesting and kind of impressive. So it's one of these things where it's like, oh, the Crusaders, they stole, raped, and pillaged. Try the other side.
Well, the thing is, there was like some shenanigans like that, absolutely, like in the Fourth Crusade.
Okay, Fourth Crusade, we can all agree, was the that was.
And then there was the confusion that was the Fifth Crusade, because it happened, but that's about everything we.
The Second Crusade was kind of confusing too.
Yep, it's like we're gonna go help retake Edessa. That's kind of far. Damascus, that's closer. Still failed.
Although, to be fair to the Second Crusade, to be fair to it, it was not weird because of what the Crusaders did. It's because of where they chose to attack.
Yeah, it's like Edessa has fallen. What should we do? Take Damascus. People of Edessa, hold up. What?
Anyway, what else is going on in chat? I can't read all those because they keep flying across the screen.
Can't imagine how the jihadists would fare against the samurai. You know, Raven was actually just asking me the other day, what would it be like if, like, we moved Japan just a little bit closer to the Arabian Peninsula, how that interaction of culture would look like?
And the way we look at it is, depending on the era of the samurai, depending on what era it is, the Islamic Caliphate...
Yeah, because you specifically asked the Ottomans.
Yeah, the Ottomans specifically. So if we're talking the Ottomans and the samurai, the Ottomans would win in the short term. They would do well in the short term, but they would not be able to play the long run.
They would basically be the Balkans, but with an island challenge, and they go, oh great, not again.
Yeah, exactly. Because the problem that they'll have with the samurai is they will get stuck in deep, and they will not give ground.
Mm-hmm.
All right, we'll have an honorable showdown. I don't expect you to hold to it.
Oh yeah, and also I hear some silliness, like Vikings were more noble and nicer than the Crusaders, all because of that stupid History Channel. So, oh god, like, I watched the first season of Vikings, and I thought it was okay. I didn't think it was too bad, but, like, it does boggle the mind how some people think, like, oh, they were better than Crusaders. I mean, at least they just, rip people's lungs out and put them on their back. Like, it's like, are you sure you want to make that argument?
Oh well, at least I got his health down somewhat.
I added too much salt in my food. Please help. Just call it Carthaginian cuisine.
Hey Raven, can we have some Ruth gameplay? Yeah, sure. I'll play Ruth again in a little. I'll play Ruth in a little bit.
Cause I'm ruthless.
Because I'm ruthless.
Every Ottoman gangster till Oda Nobunaga brings up the firing line. Oda with the matchlock. What will he do?
That is the real question.
Though I will give the Ottomans this, I do love their glass grenades. That's just awesome. At least they only ripped open people's backs and made them wings. Raven, have you played Halo 5 or just the games from the collection?
Just the games from the collection so far.
That's okay. I have played Halo 5, so you don't have to. To which I say, story's crap.
And we don't talk about the Canaanites, never again, not after the infants. This is why we don't bring up the Canaanites, people. This is why we don't bring up the Canaanites.
Oh gosh, I was actually doing a little talk with some of the middle schoolers at my church, and I may have gone into a little too much detail on the what the Canaanites did that was so bad. Their fault, they asked. Is it true that Muslims invented a lot of scientific stuff? I don't know what they call it. They helped preserve a lot of scientific knowledge and learning where they were in Persia and in parts of Byzantium that they took. But there's a kind of a myth that come around to say, like, hey, they invented a lot of stuff. a lot of stuff they repurposed. They did invent a few things, but not as much as people like to give them credit for.
The idea was that the way Muslims looked at it is when we conquer a territory, everyone there either joins us or dies. And so once you join them and you become part of the Islamic Empire, well, then all of your inventions and discoveries and creations are now Islamic inventions and creations.
Well, and keep in mind, like, when they conquered Persia and they found the capital, they weren't stupid with the capital. They said, hey, there's a lot of written knowledge in here. Let's use it.
Yeah, they weren't dumb. They knew to preserve a lot of things that they knew would be important. So that they were, well, except for the Library of Alexandria.
Well, the Library of Alexandria was pretty much kaput by the time they got there.
That's true, but they didn't want to preserve anything.
Well, their problem was the Lighthouse of Alexandria. That just kind of fell into disrepair under their rule. Because the Lighthouse of Alexandria, that was a Christian thing, but by the time that happened, most of the works of the Library of Alexandria had already been copied and shipped out. And the Library of Alexandria wasn't even being used for a library, it was being used for a cult work purposes. Were there any Jewish knights? It wouldn't surprise me.
I wouldn't be surprised if there were, but I don't know of any specifically.
I know Jewish pirates.
Because most knights were required to swear an oath to the church. So, it also depends, like, maybe a personal knight of some lord or king, maybe, but definitely not a Templar or a Hospitaller, because those specifically serve the Holy See.
Yeah, typically in the medieval period, if Jews got into any prominent rank, typically it was more bureaucratic or economic that they got involved with. Like, several Muslim caliphates and a few Spanish areas, like they actually had Jews in several high-ranking positions, but not martial ones. When will Michael the Archangel defeat the devil? Your guess is as good as mine, dude. By the way, Lark, have you ever spoken about Joshua Graham? I'm genuinely curious since Canaan was brought up. Joshua Graham is my favorite character from Fallout New Vegas.
Yeah, for sure. He was awesome.
Yep. He's a good dude.
Yeah, he was cool. I'm doing okay this match. Well, I mean, with a lot of help, the guys on my team are pretty awesome.
I have seen people say that Muslims are the reason for the Renaissance because they have Roman Greek documents. You can attribute some parts of the Renaissance to Muslims, but not for the reasons you think. Because when Byzantium fell to the Ottomans, a lot of Greek scholars fled Byzantium and went to Italy, and they brought a lot of their works with them, which helped inspire a revival in the concept of in the research of Greek and Roman literature and works and scientific processes, which helped bring a rebirth or renaissance to the subject. But it wasn't because the Muslims preserved stuff and said, "Here, guys, take a look at this," because the Muslims preserved it, but for their own purposes. They didn't send it out to the Europeans to do it. Just like the Europeans didn't share a lot of information with the Muslim world because they were typically fighting.
Yep. The way that people like to tell it is, though, that the Muslims really revitalized it because of their love for the Greek and Roman stuff. No, actually, it was Muhammad's dream to conquer and destroy Byzantium and rule it and put Muslims in control.
He predicted that Islam would take over the world. So
he said that praise be to the Muslim who takes the Ottoman Empire, who takes the Byzantine Empire.
It's like, I hear a little myth around the Fallout New Vegas fan that Joshua Graham actually converted some people to Christianity. Well, would have been Mormonism, so yeah, and I mean we see him working with missionaries in New Vegas, so it's highly likely.
I really wanted to do the new execution. Freeze is a good content creator, but he's super toxic against fans. I didn't get to read the rest of that.
See if here. Hey Raven, you say if here isn't realistic for having...
that wasn't what I was reading. The Freeze one.
Freeze is a good content creator, but he's super toxic against fans by passive-aggressive saying, must be good at the bottom for disagreeing with his opinion, but keep doing great content, Raven.
I like Freeze because he's objective in terms of how he approaches changes. Like, if he doesn't like a change, he doesn't walk up and say, game's dead. And if he does like a change, he doesn't act like this is somehow my doing. That's what I like about Freeze. I don't know how he treats his community. So that's neither here nor there. All right. Oh, what was the other thing you were reading?
It's like, hey Raven, you say if here isn't realistic for having a mace because her culture didn't have them at the time. Well, what if Ubi was trying to go for a period that did have it?
No, here's the thing. I wasn't saying that she's not realistic for having a mace. The problem was someone in my comment section came at me trying to say she's obviously Persian because of her mace. And I was pointing out, no, that's not true, because Persians were not the only Muslim group to have maces. The Mamelukes had maces too. That was my point. But do I think that they were picking and choosing different time periods and eras of Muslim history to create a era? Hell yes. I have no doubt of that. Mm-hmm. So yeah, like I wasn't trying to say, well, she's unrealistic because she uses a mace. No. It's fine that she uses a mace. It's totally fine. I'm glad she is. It's creative. Hey Raven, how each Night Order view each other like the Templars and the Teutonics? The Templars very rarely interacted with the Teutonics. The Templars actually interacted more with the Hospitallers. And they both viewed each other as Christian knights. They were a little competitive at times, but usually they didn't have any issues with each other. The Templars were considered the greatest of overall.
They were the best fighters.
They were. The Hospitallers were devout, but spent a lot more time with infrastructure. Like, that's where we get the term hospital, because the Hospitallers built a lot of hospitals and care areas and defended them. So in terms of warriorship, the Templars were probably the best you're going to get. As for the Teutonics, they, like I said, they very rarely interacted with the Templars. But the different knightly orders were competitive with each other, but all served the church, so they weren't really enemies. At least as far as I know.
Mm-hmm. Hey Raven, are you going to do a response video on the CBR article about Slice of Life anime I sent you?
I'm thinking about it. I might. The problem is, I don't disagree with everything they say, but I think the way they say it is kind of dumb. That's the problem I have. And I don't want to just make a response video just to say, okay, they're kind of right, but not all the way. Like, it'd be a little weird. Well, you haven't seen it yet, Lark. I'll need to show you after the stream. After the stream, I'll show Lark, and we'll decide if we do a response video. Trust me. Basically, Lark, what was happening is this article is basically arguing that Slice of Life anime is bad in general because of how it's structured. Because it gets boring.
Okay.
And
is that all you got?
But then they go ahead to argue later, but if they do it right, it can be good. And they use it, like, they argue that Shikimori is not just a cutie, is one of the bad ones.
It's more of a romance than
well, that's the point. Most Slice of Lifes are romance. Like, let me see, Shikimori's not just a cutie, Tomo-chan is a girl,
yeah, well, to me, it's just like, it's funny, it's like this type of thing is bad, except for when it's good.
Whoa,
man!
CBR does that all the time. Oh, shoot. Hi, Magi.
Hey Lark, I know the topic is a little old, but will you tell us about Fallout New Vegas: The Frontier? Listen, I don't think that mod's available anymore, and that was apparently such a dumpster fire. I'm not sure I want to waste my time diving into it, particularly when I still have content to make on the base game in and of itself. Benjamin says, bro, I'm about to join your game.
Oh, sweet. Well, you can avenge me for this death. I can't believe I died.
Hey Raven, what's your thoughts so far on Diet Katarina Greyfax? Will she get a For Honor version of Saint Celestine, or will we get a For Honor version of Saint Celestine?
I don't know who Diet Katarina
is that the name of the new Inquisitor?
I don't know anything about Diet Katarina Fairfax. No, the name of the new Inquisitor in For Honor is Yin Chen. I don't know who Fairfax is.
Like, listen, unless it's Eisenhorn or Amberley Vale, I typically don't pay attention to the Inquisitors.
Eisenhorn and Amberley Vale are the two best Inquisitors, bar none.
Yep. I can't say I was expecting the Inquisition this season, but I think that's the point. Exactly.
Crap.
Hey, have you seen the chibi anime, Agretsuko? It's very funny. Oh, that one with like the panda that does Screamo?
I don't know anything about it, honestly.
I know it's on Netflix, that's it.
That's all I know about that one. I don't know much else other than that.
Hey, Raven and Lark, have you heard of the anime called My Bride is a Mermaid?
I've heard, yeah, I watched a little bit of that.
Yeah. What about Caiaphas Cain? He's not an Inquisitor.
Caiaphas Cain is not an Inquisitor. Caiaphas Cain is a commissar. He's worked with the Inquisition because of his relationship to Amberley Vale, but he himself is not an Inquisitor.
In fact, typically when the Inquisition shows up, even Amberley is like, oh crap, what do you want me to do now?
Hey, Lark, what would you like to see in a new Fallout game?
A lot of things. I'd like to see them. Probably my biggest thing is I want them to ditch the whole idea of, particularly along the East Coast. Like, it's 200 years. Like, the games are set like 200 years after the Fallout, but it still looks like the bombs just dropped yesterday.
Yeah.
It's like, because one of the big complaints for people that have been playing the Fallout games since like 1 and 2 is like at the end of like the canon ended of Fallout 2, we see the Fallout like the NCR with large cities, populated, prosperous, humanity's making a comeback. But then in the next game, Fallout 3, we see Washington D.C. people are living in shanty towns on bridges in the middle of craters and stuff. And Fallout 4, there's people just chilling at like the biggest settlement is inside of a baseball stadium. I'd like to see actual towns and settlements again that actually feel the right size. I'd also like to see nature making a comeback instead of just dead trees everywhere. I'd like to see vibrant. We started to see a bit of that with Fallout 76 in Appalachia. I'd like to see that in a main Fallout game where things are actually working. And also, this is just a me thing. I'd kind of like to see like. In their Elder Scrolls series, Skyrim, they incorporated a new mechanic. They incorporated shouts, a Tuam. I think for Fallout 5, it'd be a cool idea to experiment with something along those lines. Obviously not Tuams, but maybe some sort of radiation power, like you're sort of half ghoul or something. I think that might be fun to explore.
I've heard that with this new Dead Island game, Dead Island 2, they're coming out with you're part zombie, so you have like a zombie rage or something.
Well, you were technically like sort of like immune to the virus in the first game for whatever reason. It was weird.
Yeah, it was weird.
I would like a Fallout game in Britain. I wouldn't be against a Fallout game in Britain, but I'm still like, we got a lot of spots in America.
Yeah, there's a lot of American areas we can still look at, so I think we're still good in America.
Yeah, like, I want them to hit Florida eventually, because seeing a post-apocalyptic Florida man would be just priceless.
Oh, Maul says, love Tomo-chan. It's a bit more unique in that I couldn't read the rest of it.
The male lead isn't indecisive, he just sees her as a bro, and that seeing her differently could ruin their relationship, and Tomo-chan is just the cutest. Agreed. Mal, you're spot on there. Have y'all played Dying Light? I played a bit of it, I really didn't like it. Because, like, for me, like, my least favorite part of Dead Island was fighting in the city, and then Dying Light is just nothing but fighting in the city. So, wasn't a fan.
Gotcha.
Fallout game in Britain, that's just current Britain.
Yeah, pretty much.
Current London.
Yeah, current London. Not all of Britain is messed up.
I hear certain parts of England are lovely this time of year. And then there's Scotland. I don't like zombies. That is all. Very well, asked Skyline.
Man, I'm not a big fan of zombies myself, but they are fun to kill.
No joke, when I was a senior in high school for my creative writing class, I came up with the top 10 list of zombie cliches. Raven helped me write it. So, yay.
How we doing? How we doing? I got 5 kills. That's pretty decent for me as a warden.
Hey, Lark, how would you bring back Caesar's Legion in Fallout 5, and what would be the best location for the game to be set in? Okay, so if we're going to bring back Caesar's Legion, I want it set in Texas. I know, I was like, well, Brotherhood of Steel, that doesn't count. We're not acknowledging that. But I'd like Caesar's Legion to be brought back, and I'd like to see a successor take over.
Ooh, that was a smart move from Warmonger.
Warmonger. But I would like to see, perhaps, like, the Legion to crawl out of being just mustache-twirling villains and see somebody take the Legion in a different direction. Like, maybe you get something like a Constantine or an Aurelian that comes in and changes everything. Actually, there's a guy that's been talking with me on the Discord about his own idea for sort of an Aurelian that takes over in Fallout, and I've had my own ideas for that sort of idea.
Crap. I bit it.
I have a few ideas for some factions. Fallout China. Ooh. Have the Boxer Insurrection, Taiping, Heavenly Kingdom, Neo-Mongol Empire, the Jinwei.
That'd be interesting.
Yeah. It's interesting that they bring up China, considering now you're playing Wulong.
Wulong, yeah. I've been playing Wulong, so been kind of getting back into my China vibe.
Yeah. Romance of the Three Kingdoms is just a wild time, man.
It is. That is some crazy shit.
Bring back the Minutemen as an established faction, to fight the Gunners and take their homeland serve house. I would love to see like a Minutemen-style faction expand out of the Commonwealth. That'd be cool.
Ha! Hey, Raven and Lark, what historical person would you like Sabaton to do a song on? Yen Shun Sen.
Oh yeah, that'd be a baller song right there.
I'd love a song about Yen Shun Sen.
You know, Guan Yu should probably get
Guan Yu could get one, although they kind of did that with the Art of War, didn't they?
Yeah, but
that's the Art of War.
That's more for Sun Tzu, not Guan Yu.
True, true. Although Guan Yu was known as the God of War.
Yep. Let's see, who else would we like to get? Have they done Frederick the Great? Have they done Frederick the Mediocre? No clue who that is. Admiral Yi, they don't know who
Admiral Yi Sun Sin. He was a Korean admiral during the Japanese invasion of Japan. He was infamous for having defeated 300 Japanese boats with only 7 turtle boats.
Oh, Crimson 1122 just dropped $10 saying, seeing as we're getting into tribute/death match map, turning it into a temporary Dominion map, for the event gives me hope that those old maps will eventually be recycled into the main Dominion roster.
That would be nice, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
But I'd just like some new original maps too, please.
Yeah, but thanks for the $10, man.
Thanks for the $10. Always appreciate any super chat donations. It always means a lot.
Yep. Have they done Joan of Arc? I don't think they have.
No, I don't think they did Joan. Wait, this is a bot. I thought we still had the other Magi with us.
Japanese invasion of Japan. It was very weird.
Yeah, the Japanese invaded. The Japanese invasion of Korea. I apologize.
Yep. Well, technically, the Japanese did invade the Japanese islands. That's pushed out the Ainu. I know that's what they were called back then, but that's what I think.
Hey, Raven, have you ever heard of Shifu? I've heard of it. I haven't played it.
Oh, Kensei Kaiser wants to know if he can hop on next match.
I'm not inviting anyone on tonight.
Not tonight, Kensei Kaiser.
The only reason why is because we're still dealing with some internet issues. The internet went out on me earlier while I was getting things set up, so I'm still not sure I trust it.
You can try, like, just randomly seeing if you can jump on, but we can't.
We're not going to invite anyone this round. Maybe next week. I'll try to.
Considering last week our stream crashed twice, we don't want to risk it.
It wasn't last week. It was the week before last. But no, I mean, because because our stream crashed so bad, we're just going to see if this works. And if this works tonight, maybe next week we'll invite some people on. But we're giving it another week to make sure that everything's working fine.
Sun Tzu versus Ted Bundy?
What?
That's interesting.
That's weird.
Oh, Superfly Moscow just dropped $5 saying, honestly, Halo 4 is in a decent spot. Not to stop the story. Agreed. It ain't perfect, but oh my gosh, the story on 5 onward was atrocious. Halo 4...
5 was terrible.
Yeah. Honestly, they could have left it at 3. I would have been fine with that.
Yep.
But Halo 4 wasn't terrible. Yeah. It was probably the last time Cortana had any justice done to her character. Though I will admit in Halo 6 I do like the weapon.
Yeah.
She's punky. I like it.
Punky Brewster. That For Honor when inviting someone to a match crashes your entire internet. I don't want to blame For Honor for that though. That's the thing, because our internet was just acting bad all that night that we tried.
And we're not sure specifically For Honor. Could be Ubisoft in its entirety.
Could be Ubisoft, could be For Honor, could be our internet, because our internet hates us. So
it does. I
don't want to just quickly blame For Honor for that, although that would be the easiest choice. Let's see who to go now. I haven't gone a Samurai yet, so let's do a Samurai.
I think the Florida winds are drifting a little too far north and messing with your connection.
They are!
The curse of Jacksonville seeps ever. Holy smokes. Dale Expert just dropped $50 saying, I'm back. So a question for Raven. I have a very small YouTube channel, and I started with a friend, but he had to step away. But I want to ask you, during your early YouTube days, did you ever have knots in your chest uploading anything?
Did I ever have what?
Knots in your chest, like you were a little nervous.
Oh, dude, you have no... I was always scared to upload stuff starting out, and I'm still sometimes nervous to upload some stuff, because for one, the thing that starts out... And first of all, thank you for the $50. I really appreciate that. But secondly, the big fear that I always had when uploading stuff was I started off being afraid... Will people like this? Am I going to get bullied or hate for this? Am I doing the right thing? But over time, that kind of ebbed away once I started to build a dedicated community that cared about what I had to say and was of like mind on a lot of things. So I started to lose some of that fear, but there's still some things that I get nervous about. Like, for example, I like to talk about the positive aspects of For Honor. I like to stay optimistic about it. So even when For Honor does objectively bad things, like the way they release Pirate being way too OP, or the Conqueror rework being way too OP, or the really crap tier lore behind Afira and Ravier, it can be very difficult for me to talk about those things and try to maintain an optimistic attitude when people are saying, you're just a simp for the channel, you're just a simp for Ubisoft. I actually had a person comment to me several times saying that I'm nothing but a simp to Ubisoft, and I'm like, I've been critical of them, I can be, I just prefer not to let it rule me, but I get nervous because I don't want to upset people, but I still want to be honest with myself and with my community, and sometimes being honest can make you nervous. Not because you're telling a lie, but because you're worried about what your honesty will mean to the people who hear you. And I also feel nervous sometimes because I've built such a huge community, and that community looks up to me in a lot of ways. I have people who do look up to me and look up to what I have to say, and so I get nervous because I'll be like, I'll tell you the most nervous I've been in a while was when I did the Afira stuff. Because here's the thing, I've studied the Crusades forwards and backwards. I'm not like a big scholar like some people, but I've read up on it from a bunch of scholars. I've studied it. I've written about it. I have been in love with studying the Crusades. And based on my studies of the Crusades, I have found a lot of things that
would blow your mind.
Would not only blow your mind, but offend some people, especially people who are of the opinion that the knights were evil and all that nonsense.
What do you think of the movie The Last Samurai?
I liked it.
Yep.
I liked it. It's not historically accurate by any means, but I liked it.
Yeah, there is a lot of historical movies that are by no means accurate that are still fun movies. The Last Samurai, as long as you go in knowing this ain't real, it's just a fun movie.
Right.
It's fun.
You just go into it recognizing that. But back to what I was saying a second ago. I was nervous to talk about Afira because I wanted to be honest about Afira and about the history of the Islamic actions in the Crusades. But I knew that it would piss people off. I knew that it would get people angry. So I was nervous. I don't want people to be angry. I want to have fun with everybody. But I still need to be honest, you know? So that's what it comes down to. Anyway, sorry about that. I wanted to speak my mind.
No, I mean, you were responding to a super chat. Makes sense. But again, thank you, Dale. Let's see. Hey, Raven, on the topic of samurai, was Shiroyama actually what killed the samurai class, or was it simply the most famous last stand?
It was the final battle of the it was the final battle that would lead to the Meiji Restoration. That was like the final nail in the coffin for the samurai class.
This wasn't like the real thing that kind of ended was their failure in the Boshin War.
Yes.
Okay. What do you think of the 47 Ronin?
It's a cool story.
Yep. Believe it or not, our professor had us read a graphic novel of it back in the day. Hey Raven, what do you think Archimedes was working on before he was killed?
I don't know.
Well, according to legend, when a Roman soldier came in, Archimedes just stared at him and said, "Do not disturb my circles," and then went back to work.
I don't know what he was working on. I know that's the story, but I don't know what he was working on.
Considering that he was making weapons, he was trying to make weapons for Syracuse, I'm going to assume he was making a giant wooden rabbit.
But anything else? Because I saw one that was like talking about Afira again. What was that?
Yeah. There's an Afira one. Oh yeah, they were just asking about the mace thing, you know.
Oh, okay. Well, I thought someone was asking about Afira being a female warrior.
Did they? I had to check.
I think it was from Superfly Mice Guy.
It seems kind of odd that every warrior group to have a female-only warriors. Islam faction feels like the least plausible considering their history. Ubi moment right there. Yeah, that is an Ubi moment.
That is an Ubi moment. Yeah, I actually pointed that out by showing a hadith that explained why the Muslims didn't like using women warriors, and I had people saying that might not be a true hadith. It might not be, and I'm like, okay.
What's the problem with referencing the hadith? That a lot of people just go, well, this one can't be trusted. Like, then why is it in the collection? Remove it. Hey Raven, just wanted to thank you for being an inspiration for me and getting me into writing my own stories for Warhammer 40k. This is from, I apologize if I mispronounced your name, Wyora Hawk.
Oh, well, thank you. I appreciate you saying that. That means a lot. I've been writing for a while, and I love telling stories, so that means a lot to hear you say that.
Hey, Raven. Ever heard of one of Netflix's biggest choices in recent years? Ballad of Buster Scruggs?
Never heard of that.
Hey, Raven and Lark, what do you think of the movie called Gladiator?
I like it. I like it.
I'm a big fan.
It is not historically accurate by any means, but I do like it.
I mean, after the big battle with the Germans, that's where the historical accuracy ends.
Yeah, that was where it stopped after that.
Though I will admit that Richard Harris was the perfect person to play an older Marcus Aurelius. That is top-notch casting right there.
Hey, Raven, since I did a montage of Richard Blackthorne, I've been thinking about doing one for Ruth.
Do it!
Do it, man.
I believe in you.
I loved your Richard Blackthorne one. I'd love to see one done for Ruth. That'd be awesome. Ruth was my favorite legend to do. I'd love to see some more love thrown her way.
And Brother Warcraft, Hadith are basically Islamic sources on the life of Muhammad and his companions.
Correct. And they pick and choose which ones are canon and which ones aren't.
Because, the collection process wasn't exactly the cleanest thing in the world. What do you think about the apples of Eden from Assassin's Creed actually existing?
I have my doubts.
Yeah, there's no way. Would them getting into the hands of Christians Templars be a good thing in reality, or should we leave them alone?
I would leave them the hell alone. I'd drop them to the bottom of the ocean if I could.
Because if you look at Christian doctrine, that like a big doctrine is like the idea of free will, is like being God given, and giving us free will, and just using the apple of Eden to get what we want by robbing people of that free will would be counterintuitive to the Christian teachings. KX Invictus just dropped $20 saying Season 7 looks pretty interesting. I was kind of dumbfounded when they say...
GG, Benjamin, GG. Sorry, go ahead.
Alright, so I was kind of dumbfounded that they said cults formed around the relics because of myths. My headcanon Night Legion was built around bringing Wyverndale back to glory, so that spooked me.
Yeah, I don't understand why they did that. I mean, here's the thing. I don't dislike the idea of them building cults around the relics. That makes total sense. What I don't get is why was the Inquisition founded by Horkos? I'm not sure I like the idea of Horkos becoming a religious extremity. I thought that they were just a faction that wanted to preach their idealism of warriors. Now they're a religious organization?
I tell you, Ubi should just hire you to just write it.
Like that, they need to hire me. I will help them. You want to make an Inquisition? I will build lore behind your Inquisition. What about this? What about what happened is, in Ashfeld, they established the Inquisition because the cults were causing a lot of problems in Ashfeld. And the Knight leaders said, okay, we're going to make an Inquisition to stamp out this cult in Ashfeld. And this pirate showed up and she said, hey, I know all about how this stuff works all around the worlds that I've seen and all the cultures I've seen. I'd love to help you fight this cult because I understand how bad it is and I want to help do something about it. And they say, well, that sounds awesome. We'd love to have you on board. Join up. And so they get to work fighting these cults. And then she realizes that this cult is nothing like she's seen before because they're willing to use the dagger and the chalice and all these other things against the people of Ashfeld. And she sees how the people of Ashfeld are suffering and she realizes, man, we need to help save these people from themselves, and so that's why she does it. What if we made the Inquisition kind of a good thing? Break the mold a little bit. That would be interesting, at least.
And gives him a charming musical number.
But no, it's just like, Inquisition bad, cult bad, they're both bad. Anyway. Hey, Raven, when For Honor and Glory is finished, do you plan to... I can't read the rest of it.
To make He didn't finish.
Oh, okay.
And the Inquisition should be trying to get rid of Horkos worship. You're dang right.
Yeah! They should be trying to do that.
Hey, Raven, what do you think of Mass Effect Andromeda? I liked a lot of the game and its romances, but I do understand that it can be quite divisive in the community.
I didn't finish it.
I played the demo.
I played the demo. I didn't go back to it. I prefer the originals.
I played it a little bit longer, and it was alright. It was okay.
Yeah.
Like, problem is, you're following the tales of Shepard, and those are just hard shoes to fill. Even Reagan Lark, I started writing a story based off the Teutonic Knights fighting monsters in the Baltic frontier scenario we discussed last week. Excellent, Jack.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Hey, Raven, do you believe in the myth that the Halo ODST is actually I'm assuming you mean the game, is actually inspired by Dante's Divine Comedy, or do you think it's a mere coincidence?
That's a coincidence. I highly doubt it was actually inspired by that. I mean, if they took inspiration from it, maybe, but I don't think that... I have trouble seeing that as the Divine Comedy.
Hey, Raven and Lark, how would people in the Middle Ages deal with bears and other dangerous animals attacking people?
Kill them?
Yep.
Or drive them off?
Because keep in mind, a bear fighting one or two dudes, bear's going to win. But if you get a bunch of people together with sharp sticks, like keep in mind, we were taking out bears back in the Stone Age.
Yeah.
Medieval period, they going to be able to handle them. Have you seen Mermaid Saga? It's a manga and anime by Rumiko Takahashi of Inuyasha fame. It's based on the myth of eating mermaid flesh granting immortality and all the problems that brings.
I have not seen it. I have heard of it. I have not read every Rumiko Takahashi piece, but I may need to check it out now. I'm rewatching Ranma right now just because we talked about it. Like, just because we talked about Ranma recently, I kind of want to rewatch it. So I've been rewatching Ranma.
That poor guy's life.
That poor bastard. Like, rewatching it, I'm just like, how do you function, Ranma? How do you deal with life?
He just does his best. My mistake. I was gonna ask, do you plan on making a sequel to For Honor and Glory?
Oh my god, what the? Okay, dude, I see how it is. Nusha too scared to fight me one-on-one, so she just... Oh, did he just kick her off the ledge? Dude, Guan Yu over there getting revenge for me.
In Stone Age Finland, bears were worshipped as gods, and they were hunted and killed. We were weird even back then. Well, you know those Finns.
Well, what was it that Amber Jones asked? I saw her name pop up, but she asked a question.
What is your opinion on the Reverse Flash?
The reverse? Oh,
it was me, Barry.
It was me, Barry.
Oh gosh, I love that video. If you don't know, look it up. Have you ever seen the dub version of Ghost Stories? We've seen clips. It's funny. It's weird.
No, you don't. You don't get to act all honorable when you shot me in the back with a frickin' thing. No, you don't. No, you don't. You get yours. No, you don't. You get yours. You get yours.
Prepare the bonk. Oh, that was mean. Don't do that. Hey, stop it.
And you got yours.
What if Steven Universe met a Polygon? That would be hilarious. You don't have to be the bad person. I'm not. I'm saving everything. Oh, I'd pay to see that. Hannah's here.
Hannah's here.
Hey, Hannah, we were talking about this. We need you to draw an Inquisition Claire.
Yep, we need an Inquisition or Angel Claire, either one, to celebrate the new hero skin.
Hannah immediately leaves at the prospect of work.
Well, actually, Hannah and I were talking about what Easter picture we'll do.
Angel would be very fitting for Easter.
Well, we were also talking about doing a bunny Claire. Like, not a sexy Playboy bunny Claire, like, just a bunny Claire.
Oh, that was Benjamin you were dueling.
Oh, that was Benjamin?
He said you were saying I was being cowardly and I tried to duel you, but didn't you?
No, you shot me with the ballista, Benjamin! You shot me while I was dealing with the Magi! Did you forget that? Right after you did it, the Zhongjun knocked you over the ledge!
Oh, sorry there, Benjamin. We got some cross wires here.
Unless you're the, Magi that I'm fighting. Because the Magi just stopped engaging. Which one are you, Benjamin?
Why do you have to ruin my sense of You don't have to be the bad guy, said Steven. No, but I want to, said everybody in Frog. That's kind of how I play a lot of my Sith characters.
That was why I was trying to duel you? What did he say?
The whole idea of Steven Universe. Like, you don't.
No. Benjamin said something about why he was trying to duel me.
I was like, yeah. Oh, he was trying to duel you to make up for that.
Oh.
Okay, we're sorry.
Well, we're sorry. We got the wrong idea.
We got the wrong idea. Benjamin's nearsighted. He thought you were someone else. Poor guy. It's like, sorry. Oh crap, that was Raven. Oh crap. It was a misinput! He says all good.
It's all good.
Benjamin and G. Hey, Ravenlark, how many heroes do you think would be too much and for honor? 2,864.
I think when we reach 50, we've gone too far.
Yeah.
In his defense, everybody's using Aphira now. No, sorry, we're the only two Aphiras in the game right now. Wait, no, there's an Aphira on his team, and I'm the Aphira on the other team. So, nah, fam. Hey, Raven and Lark, have you seen Chinese Spy Balloon versus Big Jack Horner animation?
No, but I want to.
No, but that does sound funny. First ballista shot is a love shot. Well, he shot me twice! He shot me twice to kill me!
What can we say? We hurt the ones we love.
Love hurts, that's all there is to it.
What's love
got to do with it? What's love but impractical emotion?
Gum Gum Chinese Spy Balloon.
Gum Gum Chinese Spy Balloon.
Hey, Ravenlark, have you seen the animation The Adventures of Lunk? Yes, I have. Cyanide and Happiness. You know, I can think of worse ways to go out than being flipped by an Aphira to death.
I mean, she is Thunder Thighs.
Benjamin, fire a warning shot. Sir, this is a medieval anti-ship weapon. Yeah, potato, fire the shot.
Sorry, Zhongjun, that was my bad. I should have been kind to the elderly. Oh my gosh. You want a Hito GF. Isn't that kind of like asking for a, why would you want to be the bad guys? They got catchier. Why wouldn't you want to be the bad guys? They've got catchier songs.
Yeah, if you've ever watched like Terrible Writing Advice when he talks about villains, it's about like evil empires. Like, why do people want to be the empires? They just have the better actors as their leaders, and the cooler uniforms, and a more coherent plan. Never mind. I mean, I'm sorry, but the evil empire got the best grip. I mean, look at the Sith Empire versus the Jedi. The Sith are cooler.
Oh shoot, I'm getting shot at, and oh no! Leave me alone, Magi!
Hugo Boss did nothing wrong. I mean, Hugo Boss, good eye for fashion, but
I'm gonna go heal before I get shot again.
Hey, Raven and Lark, do you think there'll ever be a Leper King character in a Fallout game? Oh, that'd be awesome.
That'd be awesome.
He's actually just a ghoul. That'd be awesome.
Alright, I've healed up enough. I'm good.
I personally feel... Jedi, you're the exception here. I'm talking about the Order as a whole, not you in particular.
I'm sorry we didn't get to have our honorable duel this time, Benjamin. Maybe next match.
I would just love every faction to get 8 heroes each as all 4 primary, 4 DLCs, preferably Vanguard 2, Heavy 2, Assassin 2, and 2 Hybrid. That would be the ideal mix-up.
That'd be nice. I don't think we'll get that, but it'd be nice.
Leper King or Leprechaun? Leper King, not a Leprechaun.
Raven, how do you feel about the new Viking hero? I don't know anything about the new Viking hero.
I'm happy we're getting one.
And GG, Benjamin. Maybe if we fight each other next match, we'll get to have our duel.
Maybe you'll be on the same team.
Who knows? Do y'all have any Jewish in your blood?
Like very, very small traces of like Ashkenazi Jew. It's like less than 1%.
Like it's so little it hardly matters.
Like when our dad did the 23andMe or whatever, it was like less than 1%, but it registered. It was like right next to like 1% of Russian. So I don't know. Depends if it well, even now, if in order for us to technically be classified as Jewish, I would have to go through our mother's line, not our father's.
Benjamin, our battle shall be legendary. Shoots Raven.
Benjamin laughs in superior artillery.
Oh my gosh.
Oh, he's back on the other team. So
all right. Let's see who to go this time.
So can you faintly smell small coins? Actually, the reason you can smell coins is because, like, when you touch coins with your hand, the oils on your skin actually start to dissolve the metal. That's what that smell is.
I'm gonna play Jormungandr again before his rework. Before the rework for Yorm, I'm gonna play Yorm again.
Lark, speak for yourself. The old Republic trooper armor looks pretty sleek. I do love the Sith Empire, though. Got the. I will admit, the troopers, particularly the commandos for the Republic, look way better than the regular Imperial troopers in Old Republic.
Benjamin says he's gonna go pirate again so he can shoot me again.
Parry this, casual.
What happens if you eat coins?
They come out.
Yeah,
or you gonna get surgery.
A martial art's going to fight me, I just shoot them with a gun. Yeah, pretty much. Pretty much.
Yes. Western coastal style, 420 blazing ball.
Nah. Is the Yorm rework going live next week, or will it just be in the teaching? No, Yorm rework is going live. Yorm rework will be live, so say goodbye. Once the next Thursday comes, say goodbye to old Yorm. New Yorm will be here to stay.
Is taking a self-defense class worth it?
I thought it was.
Probably. Because it depends, like, if, like we're saying, like, a karate class, like, if you just wanted to get fit, yeah. But there are specific classes that are designed to actually teach you how to, defend yourself rather than just, participate in a sport. Hannah says she wants a Black Prior.
You want a Black Prior match? We can do that.
We did that earlier, but okay.
Well, we can do that again. Hannah's a friend. We can do that for her.
Hey, Raven, which Chaos God would Apollyon choose?
Either Corn
or Corn.
Or Corn.
I mean, Apollyon's basically the For Honor equivalent of Valkia the Bloody. Tell me.
Yeah, she pretty much is. She pretty much is. She is Valkia the Bloody. Would you consider Kyoshin more of an assassin class? I'd consider Shaolin more of an assassin class hero.
Yeah.
All right, here we go. No, it's just do not interfere. It's just me and you.
All right. Zanish is the only acceptable alternative. Yeah, considering the planning. Yeah. Hey, Ravenlord, do you guys have bears where you live?
You stay out of my way, Goki. This isn't about you. This isn't about you.
Goki.
Oh yeah, you're gonna go heal now. I see how it is.
Yeah, but no, we really don't have, like, there are bears in our state, and they sometimes
now we can
down
continue.
to our area, but it's rare. Our bigger problem is gators. It is what it is, Yeshua. It is what it is.
Good fight, brother. Good fight. Oh,
shoot! Attack on weave.
No, you don't.
Oh, no! I know you're good.
Yeah, you're running scared now, boy.
What?
What happened? Like, I killed him and all of a sudden it rained a warlord. Just, oh!
Alligators are simply just dinosaur bears.
They are. GG only shot you once, though. Hey, you still got the shot.
Hey, Raven, if Apollyon hails Corn, then who is Karn?
Karn? I don't know Karn.
Carney?
Carney!
It's raining warlords.
Hallelujah, it's raining warlords. Amen.
Hey, Raven, is Corn from 40K and Corn from Fantasy the same entity? Yes.
Yes, they are the same entity.
I want Steven Universe to go to 40K, he'd be wiped out. Oh gosh, Space Marines destroying the gyms would be just the happiest thing for me.
Ooh, I read that one like a book.
Was it a good book? Karn is the champion of Corn. Yeah, but we really wouldn't just reveal Corn.
Ladies and gentlemen, please pay attention. Boom! All right.
Hey, Raven and Lark, what was the best knight group in history?
The Templars were the strongest warriors, I would say. The Teutonics made the biggest splash in Europe, and the Hospitallers were just all around awesome. Oh, good kill. Good win there. I'll let you finish the execution, then you and I will duel again.
Hey, Raven and Lark, should Sabaton make a song about Galvarino? Yes.
That'd be cool. All right, let's go.
Hospitalers were the best. Yeah, they're out there, definitely.
Oh, okay, Orochi. This is how we're going to be.
No, Order of the Dragon is legendary. Yeah, you're not wrong there, Flag. You're not wrong. Just not as well known.
Why you running, Orochi? Why you running, Orochi? Why you running, Orochi? Goki. And just when I thought we were going to have ourselves a fair fight.
Oh, gosh.
What? Oh, Orochi, you came back when you thought it was expedient, you little coward? Yeah, you got yours, Orochi. All right, back to you and me. Let's go. I'm probably going to lose because I'm... Yeah, there we go. You got the shot in. You got the shot in.
It's literally that scene from Indiana Jones. Ha Boom! Benjamin, this is fun.
This is fun.
It's like Jack Horner. Wow, that was weird.
See, I shot twice and you died. Well, there were a few things that happened in between, but we don't bother with that stuff.
Benjamin over here. So anyway, I started Blast. Hey, Raven Lark, how would you like Sabaton to do a song on John Paul Jones?
Come on, you and me.
I would love a song on John Paul Jones. That would be baller.
Come on now.
Hey, Raven and Lark, if you could put a Apollyon in a...
Oh, I'm sorry. I did not mean for that to happen. I did not mean for that to happen.
Oh. Hey, Raven and Lark, if you could put Apollyon into a fighting game as a guest character, what game would it be? I don't know why, but I feel like Soul Calibur would work.
Soul Calibur would probably be awesome.
He says all good, by the way. I can't tell their voices apart. We are brothers, you'll have to forgive us. Do I need to go? It's like Lark says.
Oh, I got shot by the Nobuchi now. All right. Hey, Raven and Knight, were there other smaller orders of knights rather than Templars, Teutonics, and Hospitallers? Yeah, there were plenty. There were tons of knight orders, but those were the three that were the most popular. Those were the three that grew the biggest and the strongest and made the most impacts. But you had plenty of others. Ah, okay, this works. You're probably in the wrong spot to fight me, but okay.
Apollyon for Smash! Oh gosh. Just the entire For Honor roster gets dropped into Smash Brothers.
Really? You're gonna throw your fucking feet on me in the middle of an honorable duel!
In a way, I respect it.
It was dirty and underhanded. That's why we love you. All right, moving on.
It's like the relationship between the demo man and the soldier. It's like, I'll see you in hell. I'll see you next week. Like, you disgust me. You're my best friend.
Amber Jones, most OP DB character in your opinion? Most DB character? Dead by Daylight? No, that can't be. Oh, who do you mean? Amber, who do you mean DB? Who do you mean DB?
Most OP, I think probably Dragon Ball.
Dragon Ball character? Most OP Dragon Ball character?
Then probably, what's the name of the, Oh, Benjamin's gotta go.
Alright, later, Benjamin. Had fun, man. That was a lot of fun, no question.
In that case, wouldn't it be like, thanks to Dragon Ball Super, like, the god of the multiverse? Whatever.
Yeah, it would definitely be, Xeno-sama.
Yeah,
Definitely be Xeno-sama.
Because man can literally blink universes out of existence, so...
Well, that was a good fight. That was a good... Benjamin, we had a lot of fun with that. We teased, but that was a lot of fun.
Just Benjamin coming, and then I started Blast. Hey, Raven and Lark, what do you guys think of OS Brazilian folklore and the idea of an indigenous Brazilian hero?
I mean, I'm okay with it. Like, yeah, I mean, I don't have any problem with it. I don't know nearly as much.
Oh, no. Wait, I didn't mean I was leaving, just that you won the duel.
Okay.
It's 9:40. When do you want to do Breach?
Yeah, okay, so, this will be our last Dominion. Our next Dominion will be our last, because Hannah requested Black Prior. Hannah, if you're still there.
Give her a minute.
Hannah, if you're still there, we will do a Black Prior match for you. because I know you missed the first one, so I'll give you another. Respond soon, Hannah.
In a few weeks, every pirate man will be praising Sigmar. Yes, praise Sigmar. Oh gosh, so it brings me back to playing a Warhammer, Total War. Just hearing those like Sigmar's teeth, but it doesn't sound like they said teeth.
Hannah, I'm doing Black Prior. Be here. Where are you, Hannah?
Yeshua's King Hannah, where are you?
Hey, Raven, can you play Heavy Boy in one of the Breach matches? You mean Shugoki? Sure, that'd be fine. Hold on, I'm gonna message her. I'm gonna message her real quick. Let me shoot her a text. Make sure she's here. Because she asked for this, and I'm not doing it again. I don't like playing two characters in the same night. So let me message her right now. I'm playing Black Prior.
Want to hear some dark humor, Raven? How dark?
All right, want to hear some dark humor? Sure, I can hear some dark humor. Okay, Hannah said yes, she knows. All right, so she's watching.
She's probably playing with her loaf of bread.
Hey, Raven and Lark, what's a paladin, historically speaking? Paladins didn't really exist historically. They're more of a fantasy creation.
Yeah.
Why do Americans suck at the game Clash Royale? Because I can't read the rest of it.
Where is it?
It's Amber's post. It's the dark humor.
I see, want to hear some dark humor, Raven. Okay.
Yeah, but she tried to tell the humor.
I don't see it, though. That's the problem.
It popped up on my screen. I just couldn't read the rest of it.
I don't see it, though.
Okay, well, then it's not
I guess
there.
YouTube censored it. It must have been really dark.
All right, sorry, Amber, we couldn't read it. You'll need to resend it or something.
Because I don't have it on my thing.
Hey, Raven, why ants are such zealots? I don't know.
How dark was it?
How dark was it? I don't know.
YouTube just said no.
Because they are living insects. You need to spell sex with an S-E-C-T-S, but very dog. Who would you say is heavier to lift, Lawbringer or Shugoki? Are they wearing clothes? Are they wearing armor?
Yeah, if they're wearing armor, then...
Lawbringer, probably.
Honestly, probably crossbow. Can we all agree that Outlaw King is the best historical movie? I haven't seen it yet, so I can't say. So...
Okay, good luck with that.
Hey, Raven, so Conqueror could be a paladin if the Lord can fit? Arguably? Hey, Raven, Buffalo. Okay, here, pal. Listen here.
Okay, good move.
Raven, can you tell me about the Yuki-onna?
The Yuki-onna? Yuki-onna basically is Japanese for snow woman. They're a type of yokai in Japanese folklore. Basically, they're women who can control blizzards and snow. In some stories, they're malicious and dangerous and try to kill or lure men with sexual enticing and then freeze them to death or kill them. Usually their stories end sadly. And then there's also the benevolent ones who marry humans or fall in love with them but then can't be with them because once it gets hot or warm, they can't be around them. And so, usually Yuki-onna stories are very sad stories.
Yep. To which Hannah says, of course you can't see it. It's dark humor.
Ah. Have you played Neo? Have we played Oh, it's you. Sorry. Okay, get a free one. Take a free hit. Well, you already did. Okay, we're good then.
I want a female Magi. That voice would be so cool. No, Jack, I haven't. I will do that now. I will consider it now. I've never played the Metro series, though. That's why I haven't played it.
All right, good plan. Let's go down here to fight.
Wasn't there a little anime about a Yukiona? Wouldn't surprise me.
I'm pretty sure. I mean, I know they've shown up in anime.
Does every culture have a snow or ice lady? I'm willing to bet there's some cultures around the equator that don't. Superfly My Sky just... No, Yorm.
Wow, Yorm, okay.
You interrupted something special.
Okay, Yorm, I see how it is.
Nope.
You ruined something beautiful.
Anyway, Superfly My Sky just dropped $5 saying, for one of the Breach matches, could you play as a non-English speaking warmonger again, but with the sound adjusted to hear the dialogue more clearly?
Maybe, I'll think about it.
But thanks for the $5, dude.
Shadversity has a video about the historical paladins. He probably has a video about what they were inspired from. But
yeah,
but paladins themselves, like,
yeah.
There was no historical moment where a king said, "You are now a paladin," like that.
Probably the closest equivalent to a paladin you would find, particularly from like the D&D, would be like the Templar Knights, Hospitaliers, and Teutonic Knights. Knights with a religious purpose. Raven, which historical samurai figure would suit the samurai heroes in For Honor?
Not sure.
Vittori Hanzo? Hey, Raven and Lark, want to hear a riddle?
I like riddles. Man, I'm not doing well. Thanks, Warlord, I appreciate it. It's weird, I can hurt them, but I can't seem to finish them off. Raven and Lark, do either of you watch Attack on Titan? No, I think it's highly overrated.
Yeah, what color is paper? Depends on the type of paper.
Depends on the type of paper and the composition.
But typically...
Blank, I would say.
White. What do cows drink? Water, mostly.
Water.
Except when they're calves, then milk.
Hear me out, a female scent. I'd like that. Roman babe. Let's go.
That's worth 2 cents right there.
Ah! That's worth 2 cents.
And a male pirate while you're at it. I get why she's female, but you mean to tell me that we got one of the most diverse groups of people in history and there's no... And that here has to resent them as only female? Yeah. You were supposed to say milk, but cows drink water.
Cows, I mean, baby cows drink their mother's milk.
This is how I irritate my students. They ask me questions that I'm supposed to answer a certain way, and I refuse. Hey Raven, I am making a For Honor fan story about my 2 wardens, William and Grace Ironcross, and how their love would crumble into bloody sibling rivalry. Would you read it? From Raptor. Oh my.
Maybe.
I'll pop it in Discord.
Pop it in Discord. I'll see if I have time. Sorry, a little distracted. I'm not doing well. I don't know why I'm so terrible with Black Prior.
I meant, like, if you were to make a historical samurai figure, say, Oda Nobunaga, which samurai hero would you use to make him look like them?
Oh,
Probably Orochi.
Yeah, probably Orochi or Kyoshin, maybe Kensei.
Yeah. Riddle me this: what container has never been opened but is completely filled?
I don't know. And I'm too distracted to think on it.
The riddle works better in real life when you see something white than you are supposed to think of milk. Well, I mean, I thought of milk. I was like, no, water makes more sense. Can you link the Discord in all your videos? Yeah, we can do that after the stream. Do you think Jin Sakai will marry Yuna in the next Ghost of Tsushima game?
I don't know. Damn it. I had him too, but then he turned it on. And I don't really know, nor do I really care all that much, because Yuna and Jin didn't really have a romantic thing going. Sorry guys, I'm gonna go. I'm painting an annoying model and it's frustrating me. Alright, see you later, man.
Yeah.
What to do?
Answer. It's an egg. Oh!
Oh, I get it. I get it. That's a good one.
I get it.
That's a good one.
That riddle was excellent. I'll say that. Sorry. Plus, Jin is an outlaw, so it's hard to have a lawful wedding. That is true. Is Lawbringer still For Honor's deadliest warrior? He's about to be. If Test Your Metal were to return, who would you like to be accompanied by your followers, Lord Raven?
I don't know. Oh well. Had to lose one, and it had to be with Black Prior.
It's like, what's black and white with no legs? Cow with no legs. Ground beef, if you will.
I genuinely don't know, and I honestly I'm so distracted I can't think about these riddles. So I would go ahead and stop with the riddles. Like if I was not distracted by this, I would be able to answer them, but I can't right now. Like genuinely, it's not that I don't want to hear these riddles. It's just that I'm not in a place where I can listen and think on it. Because I am getting my ass kicked. Like, how am I doing? 5 deaths, 3 kills? Yeah, that sounds right. Oh, okay.
Lark, what's your favorite Total War game? Gosh. Either Rome 2 or the Warhammer series.
Oh, you bitch! Wow, okay. Thanks. Oh! And there it is! Okay, good job, you cunt! You hit me with 2 fucking feats back to back. Yes, you are good. That pissed me off. That match pissed me off.
Now, good thing we're switching over to Breach anyway.
Yeah. I think Toxic Affairs are the most annoying to me because they have the ability to whale you with 2 feats right, one after the other. And they quit right after that! Wow, okay.
Brazilian, Italian, or French warmonger time.
Alright, well, I'm out. Pulling out of that. Pulling out of that nonsense.
Alright. So let's see, we got a request for Shugoki.
Yeah, sorry. I sometimes cuss when I'm angry. I try not to, but that pissed me off. Because the thing is, I wasn't toxic throughout. That's what bothers me. I didn't act toxic. I didn't emote spam. I didn't chat spam. Didn't even touch chat. And then this Afira runs up, bodies me with 2 feats back to back, and I was having a bad match. Like, I don't know what it is. I love Black Prior, but I'm terrible with him. Which is weird because I'll fight against Black Priors who just destroy me, but I can't get in any kills.
Let's see. Alright, Lark, favorite factions for both Rome 2 and Warhammer? Oh, easy. The Empire for Warhammer and Rome 2, Rome. Hey, Raven and Lark, have you ever had kids that were annoying? Have we?
Yeah, we have plenty of them.
Yep. I got whole periods of them.
Yeah, we get plenty of those. That comes with being a teacher.
Yeah, I want to meet the teacher that's never had a kid that didn't irritate them.
Yeah, we have tons of irritating kids.
What are you going to do about it, Jaguar? What are you going to do about it? I'm sorry, but I like Carl Franz and I like my Kaisars. What are you going to do?
Lark is the same person that if you give him a role-playing game where you can make your own character and customize their gender and race, he will always, every time, pick human, male, white, warrior.
Hey. I am playing a Shatter Kai right now on D&D, so yeah.
Yeah.
For most of this. What can I actually do? Thank you, guys. Someone gets it. Let's see. I hope this new Viking hero is a Celtic warrior, a Dacian hero, so we can get the Fox sword or flax. That would be nice. Against the Centurion starts having flashbacks.
And Raven would be like a liberal and pick colored female. Honestly, I like picking female to play just because I like to shake it up and to do something different than everyone else.
For Raven, it depends on the game. Because there are certain games he will experiment with, and others he will play it very similar to me. But typically, Raven will just do multiple run-throughs. He'll do a female run-through, he'll do a male run-through, he'll do an elf run-through, he'll do like an whatever other race out there run-through. He enjoys doing multiple run-throughs. You should see him play Dragon Age Inquisition. He has like 7 profiles going at once. Because like, okay, that's enough for the elf. Time to go for the Canary.
Like, I'll do lots of stuff.
Yeah, I know it's fun to do, and for a game like Dragon Age Inquisition or something, where there's so many different options, it encourages you to make as many different profiles as possible. And I do the same thing for that one. But for games like Skyrim or whatever, yeah, no, I am pretty much bare bones basic. Hey Raven, will you make Heavy Boy in a role-playing game?
Probably not.
Shugoki. Oh gosh, would Shugoki be a fighter or a barbarian? That's a question. Probably barbarian. Oh gosh, Raven, have you ever played Dragon Ball Xenoverse?
Yep, I've played Xenoverse and Xenoverse 2. I like them.
Oh yeah, those were great games. A Slavic hero would be cool, yeah. Lork wakes up, opens an RPG, and plays a suburban father of 2 every single time. You're dang right I do. It's like everyone's trying to kill the Demon Lord. Me, I'm just trying to mow the lawn. I would like a German hero. Oh, I think he'll get Germanic. Human is the only thing I refuse to play if another option is available. Alright, Emperor Tenebris. I played at Xenoverse, I got stuck at the giant gorilla. Oh yeah, the first that can be the one that got me stuck the first time playing through was when Ginyu stole my body.
Yeah. Anything else? Because I can't read all these flying past the screen so fast.
It's like, hey Raven, it's not that you're bad at BP, it's more that Black Priors have a highly limited moveset with few combo chains.
Okay, I'll buy that. How did I lose consistently to a Yorm who everyone argues is right now the weakest hero in the game and needs that rework coming?
I think Nushi's the weakest hero in the game.
I agree, but that's not what the community says.
Yep. Have you ever had any legitimately or highly suspected sociopathic or psychotic children that you ever had to teach?
Yes, I have.
I'm teaching one now.
Yep, I had one who literally just the first day of school said that he wanted to shoot up the school.
Which that's a wonderful thing to say to your class.
Well, I know he was saying it to be edgy, because apparently this kid has been recommended for expulsion at least 3 times, and they never had the guts to do it because the school doesn't want to expel anyone.
Yep.
Yeah, that's why I got out of that school fast.
Raven, who will be the best roommate to have in For Honor? Zon, who would light the place on fire?
Warden.
Yeah, probably.
Warden would take care of the place. He wouldn't make it messy, and he'd be more than willing to be a friend.
I feel like Lawbringer would be the landlord. Hey, Raven and Lark, did you guys join the Boy Scouts when you were little?
Yeah, Lark here is an Eagle Scout.
Yup.
Lark actually went the full distance. He became an Eagle Scout.
I can go the distance. Oh, Shaolin would be a pretty chill thing.
Yeah, he'd be cool.
Shugoki so he can have a human body pillow.
No, well, I don't really feel like I want to hug or cuddle with Shugoki.
Particularly if he's just my roommate.
Yeah, I'm not into that. Thank you.
Full Nelson.
You lost to Yorma's BP because you were getting stressed and distracted. That's probably part of it.
Yep. Nibbles would be the worst roommate. That's not a roommate, that's a pet.
Yeah, Nibbles would be a pet.
I retired at first class. Most people don't even make it that far.
I made it to first class, but they never gave me my thing, so I got mad and left.
Yep. What's wrong here, dude? You're bold of you to assume any of them would drive. Dang, it's 10 a.m. here. I'm ready to take a nap. 10 a.m., man.
10 a.m.? That's not nap time.
You gotta wake up and do stuff now.
Day's barely started.
But at least wait till afternoon before you nap.
Well, yeah, when they didn't give me my first class badge, like they kept holding off on it, I decided, you know what, I'm in the ROTC and I want to dedicate more time to that, so I just said no.
Yeah. The problem is we started you out in the wrong troop.
Yeah, we really did. That troop was terrible.
Yeah, you start out in my troop that you probably would have gone full eagle. Hey, Ravenlork, what is the dumbest take you have seen on YouTube?
Gosh, where do you start with that? Maybe that that all members of the military are evil. That was pretty dumb.
Probably the one I've seen is that Yahweh is a dragon.
Oh, that is pretty That is pretty awful.
Yeah, that's like, oh man, you are just...
You're a special brand of stupid.
There's also the ones like, did you know that the Pope is actually wearing the same hat as a Assyrian god? Like, no, he isn't. Just stop. It's like anytime like the New Age guys try and find I don't know what their beef is with the Catholic Church, but they will go after them like harder than like Martin Luther ever did.
Yeah. Do you think Warmonger likes sugar cookies? No.
She wouldn't openly like them.
She wouldn't openly like them. She'd be very much tsundere about it.
Which would be adorable.
Like, no, I don't like those cookies. It's not like I enjoy sugar or sweets or anything.
Oh gosh, it'd be like Squidward with the Krabby Patties.
You like sugar cookies, don't you, Astria?
Yes!
Actually, you know what'd be hilarious is not that Astria likes sugar cookies, but that it's another warmonger who does, but Astria's trying to catch her liking them.
Yep. Or like that's the reason Astria's retiring. She's trying to get all the cookies.
Why'd you ruin that for me? No, you ruined it, so I'm getting this execution. You can't have it. Goodbye.
One of the dumbest is people say Jesus and Lucifer are the same person. Oh gosh.
I've heard that before, and it's pretty dumb. Joe Biden escaped Skyrim. Now, what happened to Joe Biden when he got to Skyrim is they said, "You there, you're finally awake."
Huh?
Like, what?
Listen here, Jack.
Listen here, Jack.
Just as he's being brought over to the executioner's block. Come on, man.
Come on, man. What have I done? Let's get some more chats going here, guys. You got to get me ranting before the night's over. Come on. I want to cheer up after that crappy last Dominion
Hey,
match.
Raven, what would happen to the West had the Huns never came?
I mean, the Roman Empire just would have fallen a little later.
Yeah, that's pretty much it. Because keep in mind, the Huns kind of kicked it when it was down.
Yeah, Rome was already on the way out the door when the Huns showed up.
It's impressive that Rome held off the Huns as well as it did.
Do you like sugar cookies?
Yes.
I prefer chocolate chip.
I mean, obviously, but like where we went to college, Coastal Carolina.
If you don't make Biden High King, you ain't a Red Guard.
Put that on a t-shirt.
That made me smile. That was funny. Oh, that was great.
Oh,
Raven and Lark, who's your favorite Roman emperor? Either Octavius or Marcus Aurelius.
For me, I feel like Augustus is picked too often, so I'm going to go Aurelian.
Aurelian? Yeah, I get that. Hannah just said that she finished the next Warhammer Genshin image. All right, I can't wait to see it. I cannot wait to see it.
Hey, Raven and Lark, would Astria join the Skyrim Civil War?
I don't know who she'd join.
But she'd join.
Play Shield Mommy? Hannah says play Shield Mommy. Who's the Shield Mommy? Athera? Who do you mean Shield Mommy, Hannah? Like, that's confusing. I don't know who that's supposed to be.
What is your favorite historical nation that never became a superpower? Huh.
My favorite historical nation that never became... Deciding who to play here.
Let's see. Wait, Diocletian?
We were just talking about Rome. I'll play Centurion. I don't know. I honestly don't know. Hey, do you think a Chakram here would work for revival? Maybe. It's possible. Oh, Hannah says that I've already played her. You must mean Afira.
Okay. Hey Raven, can you rant on women who hated the main character for The Witcher, Henry Cavill? Oh, basically like how the writers hated Henry Cavill for wanting to remain loyal to the source material.
Oh, well, basically Henry Cavill cared about the source material and really liked the Witcher series and wanted to try to keep it as close to accurate as possible. And he got on the developers and writers when they tried to be more PC or rewrite it the way they wanted to. And it pissed off a lot of the people that he worked with because he was always the kind of person who said, no, I think we should do this, or I think this person would say that in this circumstance. So it pissed off a lot of people. And the creators were pissed off at him, even though he was quintessential. So when he said, no, I think we should change this, it looks like this whole season is going to be bad, they said, yeah, we're doing it anyway. And he said, nah, if we're going to do it this way, I'm not going to be part of it. And they said, okay, fine, so go ahead, leave. And he said, okay, bye. Wait, what?
So it always baffles me, the concept of people's like, hey, we're gonna use this IP because it has a large fan base, but we're gonna do everything to destroy about it that the original fan base liked. It's like, then who are you making this for?
Who's the intended audience?
Yes. That's a question, because they keep on making stuff for people that don't buy things. It's like, we're making it for a modern audience. Yes. Who is that? No one that actually buys. Ooh, Dale Expert just dropped another $10.
Hey, thanks for the 10.
Like, all right, here's something I'm sure you've answered before, but what do you think of cartoons getting dumbed down? Thanks for the $10, by the way.
Thanks for the $10. That is a great question. What do I think about cartoons being dumbed down? Okay, I'm 30 years old, okay? I've reached the point in my life where people will think I'm weird for liking cartoons and animation and stuff like that. I'm at that point where people go, really? You still watch cartoons? You still watch anime and you're 30 years old? You're kind of weird. I unapologetically love cartoons and anime. I think that they're awesome. There's so much about them that I enjoy. They can be some of the most valuable and entertaining aspects for me because I'm seeing culture on the screen. I'm seeing entertainment for the next generation being presented. When I was growing up, the Looney Tunes, Tom and Jerry, Teen Titans, Justice League, these were all shows that I loved growing up. The first anime I saw, well, honestly, the first anime I think I saw was either Yu-Gi-Oh! Or Pokemon, but I didn't know it.
Pokemon.
Well, I didn't know what anime was at the time. The first time I really knew what anime was, I think it was probably either Ultramaniac or...
Actually, no, it was probably Superbook.
Oh, yeah, well, I didn't know that was anime. Superbook...
No one knew it was anime. Actually, I actually heard a pastor from Superbook.
Well, more to the point, I'm getting off topic.
Sorry.
My point is this. So I want you to understand that I care a lot about cartoons. So when people say you're getting this riled up about a cartoon or TV show, I want to make it clear. I'm sorry that I took your kill. Wait, Superbook was an anime? Technically it was. When I see what animation has become now, it makes me very sad and also very angry. Because it shows that they do not respect their audience. They do not respect children. Children are far more intelligent than we give them credit for. Children they think that children need to have morals shoved down their throat. They don't think they're smart enough to be able to comprehend nuance, context. They think that they need to be preached to, because otherwise they'll just become neo-Nazis. They feel like they need to shove politics into everything they do because they think kids have to care about politics because if you're not with us, you're against us. They think that animation is not as essential as the message, so they do cheap, repetitive animation that's flashy and colorful and round and goofy. Like, genuinely, like the Cal art style that people talk about, I see it. in everything. Steven Universe, The Amazing World of Gumball, that new movie Turning Red, they're all just the same bouncy, colorful, round-toothed art style that looks incredibly, like, I hate to say the word childish, but to the point that I'm kind of like, what kind of show are you trying to make? Is this meant for babies or is this meant for kids? Like, I wouldn't watch that crap when I was in high school. Okay, when I was in high school, I was watching the Justice League and the Teen Titans. I was watching that kind of stuff. I would not watch any of this crap when I was a kid. I would have looked at it and said, this is for babies, you know?
Actually, I don't know some of the stuff they talk about. Like, no one should see that.
Yeah, no, I wouldn't play it for babies either, but I'm just talking about with the animation.
Oh, yeah.
The style, it just looks like it was made for babies. The messages they try to push. Here's the thing. You realize that kids are smart. Kids can pick up on things very easily. Like, take the book Charlotte's Web. I didn't read the book before I saw the movie. I saw the movie first. I didn't need them to explain to me what death was. But when I saw Charlotte sink behind the wall and never come up again, I was smart enough to piece that together. But now I feel like they can't even talk about death in kids' movies because people always have to come back. Because they're worried that it'll offend someone. Girls have to save the day and everything because the idea of a man doing anything right is somehow wrong. That's something that's pissed me off too in a lot of cartoons these days. But men can't do anything right. Men are either the butts of the jokes or they're the toxic, dumb men. Most women are treated as good, objectively. Everything that they create now is either some rehash or redo of an old classic because they're all out of ideas. They don't have an original idea to save their life. Or it's some new idea that is dripping with political bullcrap. Look, I try not to get too political on my channel, but if you think that I'm going to sit here and listen to this liberal nonsense repeated to me ad nauseum over and over again in kids' media and expect me to like it, you're high.
I mean, the show writers probably are, but yes, Ben 10 was awesome. The original.
Ben 10 was awesome. The original Ben 10 was good. But, like, I'll give you a good example. Kim Possible was a Disney Channel original that was about a girl super spy and her best friend who was kind of dumb but still well-meaning, Ron.
The original Ron Weasley. Right.
The thing that I find so interesting is this should be a favorite show for the current political left. The girl is the hero. She's the one who kicks all the butt and takes all the names. Ron is the dummy. He makes all the dumb decisions. He's clearly the unpopular one. So why is this one good? Why did I enjoy it? Because it showed both characters as having pros and cons. It was very clear that despite Ron being the dumb one, he had positives to his character. He could do things that others could not. He could do things that that Kim could not. Kim could do things Ron couldn't. They both completed each other, and that's why they worked so well off of each other. It wasn't trying to say, oh, girls rule, boys drool. No. They worked well off of each other. One of the themes of the show was that you can't judge a book by its cover. Sometimes the people we don't expect to have any value to them have more value than we ever thought possible. That was always a strong message from the show that I really appreciated. But I guarantee you that if they remade the show today, Ron would still be stupid, but they wouldn't give him any redeeming qualities. They wouldn't give him any, leg up. None. In the new reboot of The Proud Family, which Lark and I have been made privy to, it's the most racist show I've seen in a long time. It's openly racist to white people. It is completely bigoted. And it's not shy about saying so. What cartoons have become today is not just stupid, they've become propaganda. They're being used to indoctrinate children to teach them about the ways that the current political movements want them to think. And if that's not the scariest shit I've ever heard. Like, you want to indoctrinate kids so much that you're willing to shove all of your political things into cartoons. That's why I love Puss in Boots: The Last Wish.
Yeah, they were just talking about that in chat.
It's one of the best animated movies I've seen in forever because it didn't do that.
It was just a good story.
It was just a good story with timeless messages, timeless ideas, you know? Like the idea of, you know, not falling into the trap of personal fame and pride. The idea that death comes for us all and that life is not something we should throw away, but appreciate. That the relationships and friends we make along the way mean more to us than the temporary moments of fame and glory that we can accumulate. That sometimes some things that we have are going to go away, and what are we going to do with the time that we have to enjoy them? There was a lot that was really, really strong about that movie, and it didn't have to shove it, and it didn't have to go like, oh, Puss is toxic because he's a male. Like, white people are bad. They didn't have to do any of that. They didn't have to do it. They just gave us a really wonderful, well-meaning story. With good characters, good interactions, great villains. It was awesome. Probably the best animated movie I've seen in a very long time. And I don't think we're ever going to get that again. I know that was a really good rant. It's weird to talk about this because, like I said, I'm at that point in my life where it's weird to like.
Honestly, it's really not that weird anymore.
Well, so.
I mean, considering the culture, like if you roll back the clock 10 years, maybe. But now, like, dude, we got people running around and like they make their living talking about this stuff. So it's delved into the mainstream to a degree.
Yeah. Well, anyway.
Moving on. Mal said they made a Kim Possible movie. Kim was just arrogant and jealous and not apologetic for it.
Yeah, I saw that live action bull crap.
Yeah, Ron was just useless and lacked all of his best qualities. Yeah, that's the problem. That's, every time Disney says we should remake, just go no. Stop. Hey, Raven and Lark, of the response videos you've made, which one annoyed you the most?
I think I answered that before, but I think it was maybe the Nike one. That definitely annoyed me. As did the Crusade video that was put out. Well, all the Crusade videos that have been put out, honestly.
Yep. Cartoon Network light bulb video. Yeah. That one was irritating. Yeah, LP, I've done that. I've done that. Everyone should give it a try. DreamWorks is using the old formula, and Disney is burning themselves, literally, though.
Yeah, literally.
I put a question in, please. Okay, hold on. Let me see if I can't find a Jaguar.
Y'all, don't be upset if we miss your question. Sometimes if we're talking or in the middle of something, like, we won't see it.
If Raven is mid-rant, I typically let him go. And so, I may not get your question, but thank you, Jaguar, for bringing it to my attention. If a woke person ever gets in my face or tries to hit me and I lay them out, am I a bad person? No.
If they get in your face and they are trying to hurt you or affront you...
That's self-defense.
Yeah, you have the right to protect yourself. Mm-hmm. What's better, Puss in Boots 2 or The Bad Guys?
Puss in Boots 2.
Puss in Boots 2 is better, but The Bad Guys is really good.
Yeah, it's a fight.
Yeah, that one was good, but Puss in Boots 2 I felt was stronger.
Spook Goose just says, OMG, I realize I'm in your game.
Oh, Spooky is cool. Glad to have you in the game, man. This will probably be the last match of the night, though.
Yep.
This will probably be the last match. And because I didn't get to see her execution before, I'm going to go Nusha this time. I want to see her execution in game.
Alright. Hey, Raven and Lark, what is your favorite animated movie?
Oh, man.
Well, that's a rough one.
That is tough.
Like the Prince of Egypt's definitely up there.
Prince of Egypt was amazing. I love... Okay, I'm going to break this down.
That's tier movie.
I'm going to break this down. Disney, DreamWorks, and anime. Those are going to be my three criteria.
Okay.
For Disney, I'm probably going to give it to Beauty and the Beast. I'm sorry, that movie is gorgeous. So I'm going to give it to that. For DreamWorks... Frick, it's... Puss in Boots 2 is probably up there, but no, it's going to be Prince of Egypt. It's got to be Prince of Egypt. That one's probably the best. And then for anime, Your Name. The movie Your Name, it's, oh my, that's one of the most gorgeous movies I've ever seen. Put to genuinely wonderful animation. The story was a great twist and turn. I loved it. What about Don Bluth movies? Oh, that's even harder because I love American Tail, probably.
Five Goes West for me.
Five Goes West.
I know.
But Bluth didn't make that one.
Didn't his studio make it?
I don't remember if his studio did, but Bluth didn't make it.
Oh, well. I know it's not as good as the original, objectively speaking, but I just have such fond memories of it. It's
No, I don't blame you. I like it too, but like.
Iron Giant is also a great movie.
That was a good one. I don't remember who worked on it.
Was it Disney? I want to say it was Disney. I'm not sure.
Okay, we're gonna do it. We're gonna do it.
Hey!
Yeah, we got it. There we go.
And Hannah says the wolf was the best character in there. Can't change my mind.
Yeah, no, I agree. Wolf was the best.
Yep. All Dogs Go to Heaven 1 and 2. Oh, yeah, I remember those. Disney, Lion King, Disney, DreamWorks, Prince of Egypt, Anime, Princess Mononoke, Don Bluth, Land Before... Oh, Land Before Time! How could we forget that? That was a great one.
We watched that ad nauseum, I feel like.
Yeah, we were like junkies of Land Before Time. Like we had like every single sequel for a while on VHS.
Yep.
Of course, our person, like, you know how every toddler picks like a personality? Ours was dinosaurs as kids.
Yeah, we love dinosaurs. We love dinosaurs.
Big Jack Horner is what villains should be. Yeah, like if you want a fun comedic villain, Jack Horner is like top tier.
Yeah, for sure.
Warner Bros. Made Iron Giant.
Yeah, I knew that, but I was kind of thinking like, what director?
Yeah. Well, I don't remember the director. I don't think I ever knew the director. I was a little bit like, I was like, where's the giant man, Sleep?
Spider-Verse slaps too. It's good, but I'm not a big fan of Miles Morales, so I was a little biased, but I didn't dislike it. I thought it was good.
The animation style was really good.
I've always preferred Peter Parker. He was the one I grew up with.
Honestly, I'm just like, where's my Static Shock movie? That's where I'm at. But if DreamWorks were to make more Bible stories, which one would you want to see? Esther.
Esther would be awesome. That's such a good story.
Yep.
Hey Raven, did I hear you say something about the Amazing World of Gumball during the rant just because I really like that show? I like the show too, it's fine. I'm saying that the animation style of Amazing World of Gumball is one that I've seen repeated again and again.
I think World of Gumball, though, actually works with the animation style a little bit better. Like, I think it's more creative with it than, say, something like Adventure Time or Steven Universe.
Hannah said, I like The Secret of NIMH.
Absolutely.
Yeah, that one's a good one,
Don't
too.
watch the sequel.
The sequel's awful.
Can we rant about the Addams Family?
The Addams Family.
Do-do-do-do. Do-do-do-do.
The funny thing is, I like the live-action Addams Family movie, the original one, with Christopher Lloyd and the like.
Yep. I mean, they also got M. Bison to be, Mr. Adams. That's just...
And he did so well.
That is, hello, Judy. Just a count walks in, immediately starts fencing him. Excellent. I never had a favorite animated movie, but my favorite of all time was probably Titan AE. I fell in love with the soundtrack, and I don't think it counts as it counts as an animated kid movie, though. I'm not sure if it counts. It's weird. Hey, Raven and Lark, what is your favorite Marvel movie? For me, Avengers Infinity War or Spider-Man No Way Home?
Either Captain America, the first Avenger, or Thor.
For me, probably the first Avenger movie. Just like nothing like that had ever been done before, and I remember just like how much of a great like sort of build up it was to it before having superhero crossovers was just so simple and that's it. I watched Sonic Prime. It's a really good show. Is that the one where Dr. Robotnik's already taken over the world? Worst line in a Marvel movie? Probably something from Thor: Love and Thunder or something like that. I don't know.
I don't know. I don't watch any modern Marvel anymore.
Yeah, I think after No Way Home, there's nothing worth watching.
Who's your favorite Dragon Ball villain? Frieza's up there, but so is Cell. I like Cell a lot.
I always thought Frieza's older brother was cooler.
Ah! Screw you, Lark. That was wonderful.
No, unironically, I liked his presence more.
Yeah. Yeah, seriously.
Okay. Do Disney shows count?
Do Disney X shows count?
Oh, Disney X!
Sure. I don't mind.
Thoughts on Gold D. Roger?
He was awesome. Everything a pirate should
Chad.
be. Who's the older sibling, Raven or Lark?
Raven.
Raven. Raven's the older. Oh, me. But, yeah.
Raven and Lark, what's your favorite artifact from the Indiana Jones film? Mine is the Cross of Coronado. Oh. For me, Holy Grail.
Holy Grail for me too. Who is the best Avatar? Hands down, it's Kyoshi. Yeah, I'll probably agree with that. Either that or Aang.
Aang. I'm going Aang.
Sorry, can we get a rant on villains in modern children's media being sucky in general?
Honestly, a lot of children's media hasn't even been having villains.
Yeah, that's one of the big problems. Nowadays, they don't even make villains anymore. All the movies they make now are about social issues or relationship issues where there are no villains, there are no objective bad guys.
Or the villain is just misunderstood.
Or the villain is just your classic white male, patriarchal, racist, sexist son of a bitch.
Yeah. That's why Jack Horner and Death were such breaths of fresh air.
Yeah, because they were just so like for example, Turning Red, there was no villain.
Except for puberty, maybe?
I don't even know what they were trying to do there. Here, guys, play with this.
I love ER's review of Turning Red. It's like, wow, if I made this joke, I would go to prison if I made this movie.
I like Literature Devil's review of it.
Oh, yeah. Raven and Lark, have either of you seen Ghost in the Darkness?
No.
No, I've never seen a ghost even in the light.
I've never seen a ghost. Hey, Raven and Lark, what do you guys think of the Critical Drinker? I like him. He's got a good delivery and a good style.
He keeps telling me to go away.
I like him fine.
Cooler may be the cooler brother, but Cell isn't a part of the family tree. I mean, technically he is, because they did use some of his DNA to make Cell.
I miss the days of Tim Curry as a villain. Tim Curry was so awesome.
Anytime he's like, Tim Curry's the villain, yeah, well, actually, Tim Curry's in there, he's going to be the villain, and you know it's going to be great.
Also, Ice Age is a good movie. It was okay. I liked it.
It was alright.
Yeah. Have you seen Cowboy Bebop? The anime? Yes. The live-action adaptation? No. And you cannot pay me.
The actual, creator of the manga couldn't last for, a minute watching, and he said, yeah, this isn't my work, I'm out.
Ever since I watched Hellsing, I have a thing for long slide pistols. Yeah, it do be like that. It do be like that.
Ice Age is cool. No pun intended.
Coward!
Intend your puns! I wish to devour turtles. Oh, we're going into Shredder territory. Tonight I dine on turtle soup.
Cowboy Bebop versus Trigun versus Hellsing. I prefer Hellsing, but Cowboy Bebop is objectively awesome.
I'm escaping to the one place that has not been corrupted by capitalism. Space! He just chews too much scenery. I love him. He did a good job voicing Ben Ravencroft from Scooby-Doo and the Witch's Ghost. Yes! I love how he wasn't even supposed to be the villain, but they said, we want to extend the runtime. Want to be the villain, Tim Curry? He's like, you mean I wasn't going to be?
Genuinely, I think I loved him best as, what was it, as, Long John Silver.
Yeah, he was the best Long John Silver.
God, he was awesome.
Yeah. Who's your favorite Super Saiyan?
Tomaki.
Yeah.
Tomaki's my favorite Super Saiyan.
Yep. Other than that, Goku.
Yeah, Goku, fine. If we're gonna go with the canon ones, Goku's my favorite.
Apollyon says, I just got back from work and simping for Apollyon. But you are Apollyon.
But you are Apollyon.
Is that a form of narcissism?
Narcissism factual? Alright. Well, time to go edit some heroes and answer questions, so. Hey, Raven and Lark, fascism and communism and socialism are almost the same thing?
They share similarities, but they're not the same thing.
Right, they're different, but they have similar outcomes.
They both have some connections to socialism, though.
You said you looked into Zelda. How is it so far to you? It's fine. It's not my cup of tea, but it's fine.
If we owned a Switch, we might get into it more. But we don't own a Switch. And I'm afraid Nintendo would hunt me down if I tried to use one of their emulators. I used to have a Game Boy emulator on my PC, but it won't work anymore. Now I can't play a Pokemon Mystery Dungeon, and I'm sad.
All right, keep those.
Do you wish Dragon Ball GT would be canon?
Not really.
Nah.
No, I'm not as big a fan of it.
Nah.
It's not really my cup of tea.
Thoughts on the new D&D movie?
I was on board with it until they said that they were emasculating the men.
Yeah.
Now I'm worried about it.
I'm still going to go see it because me and my D&D group are going to do it, and I'm hoping that if it is going to be bad, it's one of those hilarious kind of bads instead of cringe bads. I'm praying for that, but I will give you a report when I get back. I miss the shows like TMNT 2012. Splinter's death genuinely scarred me as a kid. Never played D&D in my life. That's okay.
That's fine. I played it twice.
You played 2 sessions, but yeah, I can't. I don't blame you for not picking it up more.
Well, after the second one.
Yeah.
We don't talk about that.
Ravenlord, what is your favorite manga and anime?
That's so hard because there's so many I like.
Peace.
One Piece is definitely gonna have to be it. But One Piece is also a very obvious one. I was trying to think of something a little less obvious. One Piece is definitely my favorite, but if I had to pick any others,
Probably Spy X Family.
Spy X Family's up there. Ranma 1/2 is up there.
Hellsing is up there.
Hellsing is up. My Hero Academia is up there.
Yeah, we got a lot at once.
We got a lot. Continue.
Yep. For me, One Punch Man and anime is one. Yeah. Fair enough, Shark Chaos. Pokemon Mystery Dungeon is awful and you should feel ashamed of yourself. No, Hannah, I refuse.
Go away. Hey, Hannah, how dare you say that?
I got to be a Charmander going through a dungeon. You can't stop me.
It was awesome.
Listen, little 5th grade Lark was a happy camper on that game.
Hannah, you liked Pokemon Mystery Dungeon. We were talking about it not long ago.
Listen, if you keep doing that, I'm going to postpone the Organization 13 Lamentations.
Ooh.
That's okay, it'll postpone itself, probably just because of this. I'll get drunk trying to figure out.
I don't watch anime. What's the difference between anime and manga that divides a community? Manga is a comic. Anime is the TV show version. So you can make an anime out of a manga, and you can also make a manga without an anime and an anime without a manga. So it can really depend.
Have you seen Overlord, the anime of the skeleton? That doesn't narrow it down, but I know which one you're talking about.
I have not.
I saw the entire first season. I think I stopped halfway through the second season. I liked some things about it, other things I was kind of like, about.
It was just your typical isekai.
No, it wasn't typical. That's what made it interesting, but I knew which direction they were going.
Well, then it was a typical isekai.
No, it wasn't typical.
If you can guess what direction it's going to go.
It wasn't typical for an isekai because it had a better plot structure.
But you saw what was coming.
Yeah, it was just going in a different direction than most.
Okay, if you say so.
Like, instead of just like, wow, everyone sure does love me, it's like, wow, I'm taking over the dang world. Like, oh.
Wow, that never happens in isekai. You're right, bro.
Generally, no. The world just sort of just, like, they sort of just meld into the world. Like typically, they just, like, when they say, would you like X position of power? No, I couldn't possibly, because that would make sense for my character to do.
Yeah, but don't people come to work with, like, okay, how about that time I got reincarnated as a slime? He's basically taking over the world. He's not doing it directly. He's not outright saying it, but he's doing it.
Yeah, he's growing in position of power. I will give you that, but this one is like he's actively like taking over the world. Like he's actually conquering kingdoms.
Okay, all right. I mean, I still say that like same, different stroke, same boat. You know, like.
Oh yeah. Also, Goblin Slayer's good. Yes, Goblin
Slayer is good, but that's not isekai. Very close, though.
Hey, Lark and Raven, any manga or anime you'd recommend to someone just getting into it? I had a dull experience with it before, and I'd like to give it another shot. Any thoughts?
My Hero Academia is a good one to start with.
Particularly like superheroes?
If you like depends on what you're looking for. If you're looking for superheroes, My Hero Academia is a good one to start with. If you're looking for slice of life, Spy X Family is brilliantly done. I would definitely.
If you like spy stuff in general, Spy X Family's great.
And it's good comedy too.
Cowboy Bebop's pretty good for.
Oh, I got the Corporeus chest. Good. Now if I can just get the helm.
I just started watching Centaur World. I don't know how to feel about it. Never seen it.
Never heard of Centaur World. I don't know if I want to know about it.
Overlord Path, the way for the modern, edgy, evil protagonist. That it did.
Yeah.
That
yeah, I'll give it that.
I like Owl House.
I never watched it.
Is it like a barn so it can have barn owls?
I don't know what it's about, and I don't really.
Go watch Black Lagoon after this. That's an interesting.
Oh, Black Lagoon's a little hardcore.
Then again, if we want to get into hardcore, just like here,
Hellsing is hardcore. Okay.
Yeah, give us some Hellsing. Nazis eating babies. Don't you
love Nazis eating babies?
There's somebody on the internet that's getting happy to it. I haven't watched anime in so long. Oh, I know, obviously the best anime, Cory in the House. And also, it's this Superbook, baby. Watch your 80s. No, actually, I think it was 70s.
Oh, Superbook. I was afraid to look. Superbook.
The Japanese response to Veggie Tales.
Any of you seen Soul Eater? Yeah, I've seen Soul Eater. It was decent.
How about Full Metal Alchemist?
I've talked to Hannah about that one. She loves that one. Anyway, I'm done going through heroes. Is there anything else?
Okay, Raven Centaur World is kind of weird, but the villain. Lark, look up the Nowhere King from Centaur World, and you'll see what I mean. Okay,
we'll do that later.
Is Avatar an anime?
It's done in an anime style, but it was created by American makers. Owl House is about a Hispanic lesbian witch that bunks with a crazy owl witch lady. Wow, that turned me off to it almost immediately. That sounds really weird.
Okay, hey Raven, have you read any comics this year? If not, I think you should read some that aren't a part of Marvel or DC. Does manga count?
I don't know.
I don't know, like, because if we're like American comics, no.
Owl Witch is like a mother figure. Okay. The problem is that, okay, what you did was you described, here's what you basically said. Lesbian character lives with Owl Witch lady, that's it. And I'm like, okay, but that's not a plot, that's a setup. Like, okay, like a plot would be...
Like, what's the goal? What's the goal of the show?
Like, okay, here's a plot point for you. Guy is starting his first day at his new job. Has a woman who helps him, helps show him the ropes. Woman is very attractive. He wants to ask her out. At the end of the day, he goes to ask her out when she's going to her car, only for her to take off a mask and reveal that she's actually an alien. Tell a story from that. Like, that alone is a setup to a story. But just saying, lesbian lives with Owl Witch, I'm like, okay, and...
I went, what?
Because with the guy realizing that his coworker that he's attracted to is an alien, you can go places with that. Does he still like her? Does he try to avoid her? Does she end up liking him? Does she want to kill him? Does she want to study him? Why is she on Earth? Like, that we have a set, like, that would be a good slice of life anime.
Yep. Raven and Lark, can you guys speak Spanish? No.
No.
I used to be able to order food
I speak
in Spanish.
some.
Yep, no. Not enough to be conversational.
The thing with shows like Owl House and other newer cartoons is that they have a setup rather than a plot so that they can have a what?
Infinite slice of life machine.
Yeah, no. See, that's a problem. I don't like that kind of stuff. I like there to be some kind of direction.
Alright, anyway, if you could make one of your stories into a cartoon, which one would it be?
Monster Club.
Yep, definitely.
I want Monster Club to be an anime.
Hey, Lark, can you get the time machine finished? I'm ready to die of dysentery on the Oregon Trail the OG way. Yes!
There we go.
It's the Cthulhu.
Owl House is a 300 to 400-year-old 1600s Puritan pilgrim villain taken on by a 15-year-old lesbian Latina from 2020. It's actually made by what?
One of the writers from Gravity Falls. Oh, okay.
So you're telling me that it's about a lesbian Latina fighting a what now?
Puritan pilgrim. Wait, so she fought against the pilgrims? Get the Witchfinder General.
Well, now I want to start an inquisition to hunt her down.
It's like pilgrims did nothing wrong now, guys.
Oh my gosh, the more y'all tell me about it, the less I'm interested. I'll be real honest. Like, the more you say,
I'm gonna see here have opened up for me, and I'm coming to get you.
Like, I'm just kind of like, yeah, this heresy will know no bounds. If y'all are trying to tip me into watching it, you're not doing it right.
Not the Puritan. I'm now convinced Owl House was a real show. I know it's real because I know some of my kids have actually referenced it.
Yeah, no, you know what, Mark? I remember you and I went to Disney World one time on vacation, and while we were in the lobby eating breakfast of the hotel, it was playing on a TV show, on a TV in the lobby, and I had no idea what it was. And then I looked it up later and found out it was called Owl House. But because it was in the lobby, there was no audio, so I had no idea what was going on. But I just had it did not interest me.
Like, that looks weird. Best description for Owl House would be a little girl gets sent to Magic Dimension for summer break, finds crazy owl lady to the team, and stops an evil plague mask guy. Okay, now
that sounds a little interesting.
Start with the magic.
Start with the magic. Let me be disappointed later. Isn't Owl House a popular show?
Raven
Maybe.
and Lork, what was the best empire in history? Rome.
There once was a dream that was Rome. Anyway, anything else?
I think that's it.
All right. Well, I think that about wraps everything up. Thank you guys so much for joining me on this For Honor Friday. A couple things I want to say before we go and wrap things up. I talked about it at the very beginning of the stream, and I'll close with this. I know that there are lots of people who are very disappointed in what the revealed Warriors Den had to say. And I understand the frustrations. I get it. I'm not happy with all the changes either. But I have always found that approaching the new with a level head and with discipline and optimism is better than walking in with dragging our feet and pessimism. So, with that said, do I think that the changes coming with dodge attacks are not good? Agreed. I don't think that they're good. Do I think that the Lawbringer rework is overdone in too much? Yes. Do I feel disappointed that Nusha's rework is a little less than I wanted? Yes. And am I disappointed that the Inquisition lore looks a little half-hearted? Yes. But I still am excited for what's coming. I still think that there's a lot good that can come out of this. I'm anxious to see what new Hero Fests come. I'm anxious to see what new cosmetics come. The Battle Pass has some cool looking weapons. The hero skin for the pirate looks outstanding. I get that do some talks about the Inquisition and the history of the Reconquista and the like. It's going to be awesome. I'm excited for all that. And besides, the stuff that's negative, guys, the Lawbringer rework, it's testing grounds. Just go to Reddit when it comes out and say what you have against it, and push en masse to get it changed, and I'm sure they'll do something about it. They've done it before. And as for the dodge attack stuff, look, don't be inappropriate, but if you speak about it and let Ubisoft know that you don't like it, they've walked back on decisions like this before. They've fixed errors that they've made. So I don't see this as a game-breaking or destroying thing, and it broke my heart after they announced all this the other day when my community just came out. There were people in my community just saying, this game is dead. I'm going to walk away from it. I need to be smart about this and walk away. Are you being smart or are you being petty? Because in my experience, only a child picks up their ball and walks home when the game isn't going their way. That's what children do. That's what infants do. That's what a baby does. They pout, pick up their ball, and say, I'm going home. You guys aren't playing fun, and go home.
But I don't know about the last time you played chess at Boy Scouts.
Very true. No, that's a true story. I was playing chess against a friend of mine, and I was beating him, and when I won, he said, you just don't play fun. Like, it was very fun.
Clay Pigeon just dropped $30 saying, you know what, since I've had such a good birthday... Oh, happy birthday, Clay Pigeon.
Thank you, Clay Pigeon.
Here's
Happy
a birthday gift for you. Raven, you mentioned wanting Deep Rock Galactic. Go buy yourself a present. Rock and Stone, my friend. Well, we said, hey, if you want us to play a game, you gotta buy it, and they bought it for you now.
What's the game?
Rock and Stone... not Rock, Deep Rock Galactic. Basically, dwarves in space.
I will now see
I have it. We'll go mine some stuff.
All right, we may do that in the stream sometime. But anyway,
thank you, Clay Pigeon.
Thank you very much for the $30. I really appreciate it. So yeah, to all of you out there who are disappointed, know that you're not alone. But chin up, guys. There's more to come in this year. It's a long year ahead of us. There's going to be ups, there's going to be downs. Let's try to be optimistic about this. Otherwise, what's the point, right? All right. I think that about wraps it up. The new season starts next week. We've got some videos that we're planning to release before that happens. I've got my Jormungandr execution video to come out. I'm working on another For Honor and Glory chapter. I've got the Legend of my Kensei coming out. Yeah, I got a lot planned. All right. Lark, anything else, or are we ready to go?
I think we're good. Thanks so much for the positivity in the chat.
All right. Well, thank you guys so much. Again, keep your chins up. Keep optimistic. Good times are ahead amongst the bad. You know, Eyes on the horizon, guys. All right. Take care, guys, and until we see you again, we will see you in our next video. Take care.
Have a good one, guys.